Chapter 301. Whoever dares to talk nonsense, beat him. Reaching level 37, all skill attributes increased significantly again. All skills except Corpse Explosion were also raised to level 37. Originally, he wanted to take this opportunity to raise Corpse Explosion by 2 or 3 levels. After all, there were nearly 10,000 corpses. It was a rare opportunity. Later, he was disturbed by the Dragon Clan Warchief. The corpses were first blown away, and finally completely destroyed in its self-destruction. In the end, it didn't even level up once, and remained at level 5. Lin Moyu discovered that Corpse Explosion was really difficult to train. Summarizing this battle, there were 3 mistakes. First, he didn't expect the Dragon Clan to have a skill to seal summons. Second, he didn't expect the Dragon Clan Warchief to self-destruct, which was a bit too much, like the Abyss Demons. This kind of suicidal tactic was unbearable for ordinary people. Perhaps only Knight-type professionals, with maximum defense, could withstand it. Third was the Dragon Clan's Legion Overlord. He hadn't seen it since the Dragon Clan Warchief self-destructed. It probably saw that the situation was not right and escaped. The Summon Seal skill is an unsurpassed weapon for dealing with summoners. Most of the abilities of ordinary summoners are concentrated on their summoned beasts. Summoners should also have ways to deal with it. I have to ask the teacher when I get back. A few hours later, Ni Jun sent a message that the war was over. The Dragon Clan failed to capture any fortress and finally retreated. According to the latest news, the Dragon Clan not only launched attacks on the human fortresses. They also launched attacks on the Abyss. At the entrance to the Abyss, the Dragon Clan dispatched powerful forces and fought fiercely with the Abyss Demons. Both sides suffered considerable casualties. Finally, the Dragon Clan retreated and built a camp in a remote part of the meta battlefield. In this way, they officially announced their return. Lin Moyu returned to the White God Courtyard. He found that Bai Yiyuan was not there. Only Meng Anwen was lying down with his eyes closed. Looking very leisurely, every time Lin Moyu came, he saw Meng Anwen in the same posture, with almost no change. It seemed like he had taken root there. Senior Meng, did the teacher go to Fortress No. 9? Lin Moyu poured tea for Meng Anwen. Meng Anwen slightly opened his eyes, and suddenly a sharp light shot out from his eyes. How did you become a general? Lin Moyu told what happened in Fortress number 6 just now. Meng Anwen was slightly surprised. You alone eliminated a 10,000-strong Wyvern Legion, and also forced a Dragon Clan Warchief to self-destruct. You do have the qualifications to become a general. Lin Moyu heard some different meanings in Meng Anwen's words. He didn't speculate, but directly said, if the younger generation has any problems, please give me some guidance, Senior Meng. Meng Anwen said softly, have you ever thought about how much combat power you would have left if there was no Undead Legion, and no Source Rune skills at the same time? Lin Moyu estimated, less than 20%. Meng Anwen continued, I know, you will definitely think, if a summoner has no summoned beasts, they may not even have 10% of their combat power. Lin Moyu nodded secretly, wasn't that the case? Meng Anwen chuckled, that's only for ordinary summoners. Truly excellent summoners can still have 80% or even 90% of their combat power even without summoned beasts. Of course, it's too early to tell you this now, you will only be able to master some things after the 3rd job advancement. But you can learn now how to fight if you don't have summoned beasts. The details, when your teacher comes back, he will naturally teach you. I won't overstep my bounds. Thank you, Senior Meng. Lin Moyu sincerely thanked him and poured tea for Meng Anwen. After all, Meng Anwen was not his teacher. With his status, it was already good enough that he was willing to say these things to him. After waiting for a while, Bai Yiyuan had not returned. Meng Anwen suddenly showed a smile. Lin boy, do you want to know where your little girlfriend went? Lin Mo nodded, yes, I asked the teacher, but the teacher didn't say. Meng Anwen had a playful look in his eyes, I won't tell you either, but I can let you see it. As he spoke, he flicked his finger gently, and a picture appeared in front of Lin Mo. In the picture, Ning Yi was fighting with a monster. Lin Mo had never seen this monster before. Ning Yi was agile, constantly circling and interweaving around the monster. The monster was very fast and had extremely strong attack power. A casual punch could smash a huge pit in the ground, accompanied by a huge burst of energy. Lin Mo couldn't help but feel a little worried. At the moment the energy hit her, Ning Yi's body swayed and twisted slightly. The energy passed through her body, and she was not harmed in any way. Meng Anwen looked at Lin Mo's slightly nervous expression and explained with a smile, this is Yi's skill, instant. It allows her to enter a special state for an instant, dodging all attacks in that instant. The skill can be activated in an instant, and the duration is only an instant, so the name is instant. Lin Mo nodded. Ning Yi was extremely agile, playing with the monster between her palms. 2 daggers struck left and right, cutting wound after wound on the monster's body. The wounds bled profusely and were difficult to heal. Meng Anwen added, this is Yi's skill, bleeding. All damage will create a bleeding effect, causing continuous health loss, just like your poison skills. It's just that the duration is relatively short, only a few seconds, but the advantage is that it can be stacked. As long as the attack speed is fast enough, the final damage is very considerable. Meng Anwen explained Ning Yi's skills in detail to Lin Mo. Lin Mo understood that although he was talking about Ning Yi, he was actually talking about assassins. Through his explanation, Lin Mo gained a clear understanding of the assassin profession in a very short time. Soon, the monster fell in front of Ning Yi. Ning Yi also wiped the sweat from her forehead, revealing a bright smile. A very familiar smile. After not seeing her for so long, Lin Mo often thought of Ning Yi's smile. Like a ray of warm sunshine shining into his heart, sweet and warm. It was obvious that it was not easy for Ning Yi to kill this monster, but she was not injured. Lin Mo recognized the 2 daggers as the daggers from the Hell Outpost. At the same time, Ning Yi was also wearing the Hell Outpost set. She was at least level 30 already. In the picture, Ning Yi rested for a while and then rushed towards another monster not far away. The battle began again, but Meng Anwen turned off the picture. Want to know where she is? Meng Anwen asked with a teasing look. Lin Mo answered without hesitation, yes. To be honest, he really wanted to know. Meng Anwen chuckled, since you want to know, then I won't tell you. Anyway, don't worry, Yi is not in danger. She may suffer a little, she may get hurt, but her life will not be in danger. This is the path that old man Ning arranged for her. She must walk it alone, and you can't help her. It's the same for you. You can only walk your own path. Even if old Bai helps you, it can only be icing on the cake. But I can tell you that when you see Yi, you will definitely be shocked. Lin Mo nodded, remembering Meng Anwen's words. One's own path can only be walked by oneself. The help of others is only icing on the cake. Where one can ultimately reach depends only on oneself. Old Bai has high expectations for you. He has already bet everything, so you must not let him down. Meng Anwen said this very seriously. Lin Mo understood. Don't worry, Senior Meng, I will work hard. Meng Anwen closed his eyes again and stopped talking. Lin Mo also sat quietly, waiting for Bai Yiyuan to return. Half an hour later, spatial fluctuations came from outside Bai Shen's small courtyard. Bai Yiyuan was back and saw Lin Mo at a glance. You brat is here, I was just about to look for you. Bai Yiyuan's loud voice suddenly got stuck in his throat. He rushed to Lin Mo in one step. You brat, how did you become a divine general? Lin Mo told him about what happened in Fortress No. 6. Bai Yiyuan laughed loudly. You brat, you're really something. You wiped out a regiment by yourself, and you even left the Legion to take all the military merits and experience for yourself. For your behavior, I can only say one thing. Well done. After Bai Yiyuan laughed for a while, he said seriously, you remember, the human race certainly needs a large number of professionals, but it needs even more top-notch divine-level powerhouses. A top-notch divine-level powerhouse is better than 1, 5, or even 10,000 ordinary professionals. So, you don't have to care about what others think. As long as you don't harm the fundamental interests of the human race, do whatever you want. If anyone dares to talk nonsense, beat him up until his mother can't recognize him. Lin Mo felt a little dumbfounded. His teacher seemed a little improper. Teacher, do we have a method to counteract the summoning seal technique? Bai Yiyuan replied without hesitation, of course we do. How could we not have it? And there's more than one. But your level is not high enough. You can only use it after you reach level 40 and have completed your second class change. Come, I'll take you to a place. Chapter 302. Some Secrets of the Human Race, Genesis Academy. Coming out of the teleportation array, the sound of waves came to his ears. Bai Yiyuan brought Lin Mo to an island. The island was shrouded in a giant barrier. The sunlight shone through the barrier, emitting colorful light, which was very beautiful. Barrier. Lin Mo stood in the colorful light, slightly dazed. Bai Yiyuan chuckled, do you think that barriers are something that only abyssal demons can create? Lin Mo shook his head, although the few times I've seen barriers, they were all created by abyssal demons, I don't think that only abyssal demons have mastered barriers. Bai Yiyuan laughed, that's right, that's exactly the case. As he spoke, he led Lin Mo towards the island, put away your military badge, it's not good to scare others. A level 37 divine general is indeed easy to scare others. Then, Bai Yiyuan continued, our human race is inherently not as strong as demons and dragons, but our human race has abilities that they do not possess, and that is the ability to learn. We learned the abyssal demons' barriers, combined them with our own array mage profession, and continuously improved and researched them. Finally, we created our own barriers. The shield you saw in the fortresses of the meta battlefield is the product of the combination of array formations and barriers. Listening to Bai Yiyuan's narration, Lin Mo nodded secretly in his heart. The human race is inherently not as strong as demons and dragons. But the human race has abilities that they do not have, learning. Through learning, they constantly become stronger. And ultimately surpass them. Bai Yiyuan continued, you are a divine general now. Although you have not officially joined the army, I can tell you some things. Lin Mo Yu immediately perked up his ears to listen. Many secrets can only be known when reaching a certain level. God generals are qualified to know more. About 1,300 years ago, a war unprecedented erupted between the human race, the abyss demons, and the dragon race. That war affected the entire meta battlefield, with the main battlefield located near the current fortress number 1. The war lasted for a full 10 years. It was after that war that the dragon race withdrew from the meta battlefield. All their passages to the distant battlefield were completely destroyed. The meta battlefield eventually became a battlefield between the human race and the abyss demons. Only in the ancient battlefield can you see the dragon race. But we all know that one day the dragon race will make a comeback. At that time, our human race was in great danger. If we had lost that battle, it would have been the end of our race. Bai Yiyuan slowly narrated the past of the human race, and also told many unknown things about that war back then. Lin Mo Yu felt a little horrified listening to it. In that war, the human race actually cooperated with the abyss demons silently. It wasn't explicitly stated, but in fact, they cooperated with each other to drive the dragon race out. This was only because the dragon race was too strong at the time, surpassing both the abyss demons and the human race. This led the two races to make the same choice. Unexpectedly, there was such a story behind it, which surprised Lin Mo Yu. Then teacher, now that the dragon race is making a comeback, will we join hands with the abyss demons again? Facing Lin Mo Yu's question, Bai Yiyuan laughed, no, the current human race is not the human race of 1,000 years ago. Back then, the human race was the weakest among the 3 races, with only 3 god-level experts. Making that kind of choice was a last resort. Now, our human race has grown stronger, with as many as 8 god-level experts, and even. Speaking of this, Bai Yiyuan didn't continue. Now, although our human race still can't invade the abyss world, we have more than enough to protect ourselves. Perhaps when a certain opportunity arrives, our human race will have the opportunity to invade the abyss world and completely wipe out the demons from this world. Then kill the dragon race, and the human race will gain eternal peace. Lin Mo Yu listened carefully, with some different opinions in his heart. Bai Yiyuan noticed Lin Mo Yu's expression, do you have any different opinions? Speak boldly, I am very open-minded and can accept various opinions. Bai Yiyuan is indeed very open-minded, able to accept different opinions, and then use his fist to tell the other party that he is right. Lin Mo Yu said, I think that once the abyss and the dragon race are eliminated, the human race will not have permanent peace either. Without external pressure, internal competition will arise. The reason why the human race can be so united now is mainly because there is external pressure. It won't work if we are not united. Bai Yiyuan was stunned, his footsteps involuntarily stopped. He didn't expect Lin Mo Yu to say such a thing. Because he had heard some people say this before. Then tell me, what should we do? A voice suddenly sounded. Lin Mo Yu looked up and saw someone walking over. The speed seemed slow but was actually strange. The distance of hundreds of meters was covered in less than a second, and they were already in front of him. Bai Yiyuan glanced at the person who came and said to Lin Mo Yu, say what you think. Lin Mo Yu said what he thought in his heart, I think, don't kill them all, just ensure the safety of the human race. With pressure, there is motivation. The human race can be united and grow stronger. It would be best if the human race could develop to the point where even if the two races joined forces, our human race would not be afraid. Bai Yi Yuan laughed, and the person who came also laughed heartily. Bai Yi Yuan patted Lin Mo Yu on the shoulder. There are still many things you don't know, but it's good that you can say such things. When you understand more inside information in the future, you won't think so. Lin Mo Yu said, oh, the amount of information determines thoughts and behaviors. Lin Mo Yu knew that what he knew now was not enough, and he could only make judgments based on what he knew, which was not comprehensive. Bai Yi Yuan introduced Lin Mo Yu. This old man is the dean of Genesis Academy, Mo Xinghe, who is Mo Xinghai's younger brother. An old guy at level 89, only half a step away from the god level, is very likely to become the 11th god level expert in the Divine Summer Empire. When Bai Yi Yuan introduced him, Mo Xinghe also showed a smug look, appearing very pleased. So he is Mo Xinghai's younger brother. No wonder he looks a bit familiar. He does have some resemblance to Mo Xinghai. Only then did Lin Mo Yu know that Bai Yi Yuan had brought him to the location of Genesis Academy. He realized that Genesis Academy was on an island and not in Sha Jing Academy at all. No wonder he usually couldn't see the students of Genesis Academy in the academy. But he didn't understand what Bai Yi Yuan brought him to Genesis Academy for. Mo Xinghe looked Lin Mo Yu up and down, with a look of satisfaction in his eyes, and said to Bai Yi Yuan, "This is your disciple." Bai Yi Yuan nodded. How is it? Not bad, right? It's indeed not bad, but isn't it a bit unethical for you to come here so blatantly to grab resources? Bai Yi Yuan waved his hand. What do you mean by grabbing resources? My disciple is a genuine national champion, a student of Sha Jing Academy. Regardless of level, his contribution points meet the requirements of your academy. Plus, with me as a guarantee, dare you say he is not qualified to enter Genesis Academy? Everything must follow the rules. I, Bai Yi Yuan, am very willing to follow the rules and never force anyone. The corner of Mo Xinghe's mouth twitched. Bai Shen had personally come to the door, and he still called it not forcing anyone. Even if the qualifications were a little worse, would he dare not agree? No matter how great Bai Yi Yuan boasted, he still had to follow the rules. Mo Xinghe said to Lin Mo Yu, "Give me your student information, and I will verify it." Bai Yi Yuan looked at Mo Xinghai who was verifying the information. 053, calm down, don't be frightened. Frightened? Mo Xinghe sneered in his heart. He was old and had seen all kinds of storms. What was there to be frightened about? When he saw the information that was found, he suddenly let out a strange cry. Bai Yi Yuan was secretly laughing beside him. I told you earlier, calm down, don't be frightened. Mo Xinghe looked at the information, then looked at Lin Mo Yu, then looked at the information again, and then looked at Lin Mo Yu. With a look of disbelief, your name is Lin Mo Yu, and you are this year's national champion. It's only been a few months, how are you already level 37? How did you train? Why do you have 110,000 contribution points? How did you do it? Bai Yi Yuan scoffed. What's so great about this? Do you know that the old man took in a disciple? Mo Xinghe naturally said, I know, it is said to be a super genius. The old man has only taken in such a disciple in his entire life and is cultivating him with all his resources. I am very interested in seeing that person. How much of a genius can he be? Bai Yi Yuan said, the old man's disciple is called Lin Mo Han, who is Lin Mo Yu's biological sister. Hiss. Mo Xinghe's eyes changed when he looked at Lin Mo Yu. A family, of the same bloodline. If the sister is great, the younger brother must not be bad. He knows how high the old man's vision is. He has no reason to doubt the person who can be favored by the old man. But what about these contribution points? Bai Yi Yuan whispered, show this guy your military badge and scare him to death. Lin Mo Yu said, oh, Bai Yi Yuan just asked him to put it away, and now he wants him to take it out again. The purple badge, shining brightly. The noble purple gold was reflected on Mo Xinghe's face. Mo Xinghe trembled, his eyes wide, his mouth gaping wide enough to fit 3 eggs. Chapter 303, Monthly Mini-Exams, Annual Major Exams. Mo Xinghe, the dignified dean of Genesis Academy. A top-tier level 89 professional, only half a step away from god level. Currently, he's only a 1-star god general. Yet, this little guy in front of him, at merely level 37, is already a god general. Although he doesn't have any stars yet, he's still a god general, essentially on equal footing with him. What's more, Lin Moi is only level 37, his future prospects far surpass his own. In an instant, the sense of self-satisfaction he had felt earlier vanished. Mo Xinghe, did you take him to the Abyss World? In his imagination, for Lin Moi to become a god general at level 37, Bai Yiyuan must have taken him to the Abyss World. Especially by slaughtering demons there, Lin Moi could have earned such military merits at level 37. There wouldn't be a second possibility besides that. Bai Yiyuan glared at him. Don't go talking nonsense with your eyes open. Does my disciple need me to accumulate military merits for him? Mo Xinghe didn't doubt Bai Yiyuan's words. Based on his understanding of Bai Yiyuan wouldn't lie. If Lin Moi had truly earned the military merits on his own, then his actual combat power. Then, he saw the faint runes on the back of Lin Moi's hand. Primordial runes. Another exclamation of surprise, even more astonished. The significance of the primordial runes couldn't be clearer. He had gone to the primordial battlefield, obtained the primordial runes, and managed to keep them for 10 days. During these 10 days, a large number of dragons and abyss demons would have come looking for him. And due to the special nature of the primordial battlefield, even Bai Yiyuan couldn't interfere. Lin Moi had to rely on himself. Mo Xinghe's gaze towards Lin Moi completely changed. Mo Xinghe cleared his throat. According to the Academy's rules, student Lin Moi is indeed qualified to join Genesis Academy. However, according to Genesis Academy's requirements, student Lin Moi still needs to undergo detailed testing. Student Lin Moi, please come with me. From this moment on, he truly placed Lin Moi at the same level as himself. He also became much more polite in his speech. According to the Academy's ranking, he was the dean, Lin Moi's senior. But according to the military's ranking, they were both god generals, with similar status. Lin Moi replied with a hint of respect, sorry for the trouble, Dean Mo. It's my duty. Mo Xinghe didn't put on airs. Under his guidance, the group formally entered the academy. The scale of the academy exceeded Lin Moi's expectations. This island was very large, and the academy was also very large. The facilities inside were complete, almost no smaller than Shaojing Academy. There weren't many students in Genesis Academy, totaling just over 300. Compared to the tens of thousands of students at Shaojing Academy, the number was much smaller. Everyone here was an elite, a genius-level figure. Lin Moi once had a question: why did Shaojing Academy only recruit about 150 people from across the country each year? Even with the internal personnel cultivated by the academy itself, the total was less than 300. Why could the number of students in the academy exceed 10,000 when added together? This didn't even include the people in the 3 top academies. Later, he learned that the study life at Shaojing Academy could last up to 30 years. Once students reached level 40 and completed their second job change to become advanced professionals, they could then choose whether to graduate. After graduation, they could enter various guilds, various groups, or join the army. Most people chose not to graduate and continued to stay at the academy. After all, the academy had a dungeon hall. This was an advantage that no one outside had. As a result, the number of people in Shaojing Academy increased, and now it has exceeded 10,000. And it was still increasing every year. Walking in Genesis Academy, he also encountered some students. They stopped to salute Mo Xinghe, and also cast curious glances at Lin Moi. Anyone brought in personally by the dean was definitely not ordinary. He didn't encounter many people along the way, not many at all. Many training grounds were also empty. Lin Moi was curious, where had all the people in the academy gone? Mo Xinghe saw Lin Moi's doubts and explained with a smile, today is the monthly mini-exam day, they are all taking the mini-exam. Bai Yiyuan then explained, the 3 top academies have a mini-exam every month and a major exam every year. Those who fail the exam are directly eliminated from the academy, sent back to Shaojing Academy, and are not allowed to enter the top academies again for 5 years. Lin Moi was slightly stunned. The punishment was quite severe. Especially the last one, being barred from entering the top academies for 5 years, had a great impact. He had seen many facilities of Genesis Academy along the way. Among them were skill training grounds, independent data rooms, and even some dungeon entrances and treatment facilities. In addition, there were also material rooms, equipment rooms, alchemy rooms, etc. Most importantly, most of them were free. One could imagine how rich the resources here were. With the help of such rich resources, if one still failed the exam, then one could only blame oneself for not working hard enough or for having limited talent. Regardless of which it was, the academy would not waste resources on such people. Lin Moi asked, "Are the mini-exams difficult?" Mo Xinghe chuckled, "The mini-exams are not difficult, as long as you are not too bad, you can pass. But it is not easy to get a high score. I don't know what the content of today's mini-exam is. The content of the mini-exams is constantly changing, different every month. If you want to enter Genesis Academy, you must also pass the mini-exam." Lin Moi nodded. If he couldn't even pass the mini-exam, then he wouldn't be qualified for Genesis Academy. Bai Yiyuan laughed, "Your academy's major and minor exams are just child's play to my disciple." That's right, this was a god general. A level 37 god general had never appeared in the entire human race. Countless level 37 professionals were still working hard in the lieutenant stage, but you had already become a god general. This was not a small difference, it was a difference of tens of thousands of times. How could such a person fail the assessment? Finally, they arrived at the back of the academy. To the left and right, 2 exam rooms, one large and one small, came into view. The large exam room was for advanced professionals above level 40. The small exam room was for professionals below level 40. In Genesis Academy, there were not many people below level 40, totaling only about 50 people. The remaining 200 or so people were all above level 40. Lin Moi saw a few familiar faces. Su Sheng, who had competed with him in the professional competition. There was also Fan Zhaoye, whom he had met in the dungeon hall. And Ling Yijian, with whom he had contact in the eternal battlefield. Everyone was focused on the minor exams, and Lin Moyu's group didn't attract their attention when they arrived. Lin Moyu saw Su Sheng taking the exam on the right side of the minor exam venue. At this time, he no longer had the arrogance he once possessed. He was defeated by Lin Moyu in the professional competition and suffered a blow. After entering Genesis Academy, he discovered that the people around him were more talented than the last. Here, there were many legendary level professionals, and he was nothing. He was hit again. This time, he became humble and more cautious. It's hard to say whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. Su Sheng was resisting an opponent's attack. The opponent was a Abyss Devil, and a level 41 Abyss Devil, 10 levels higher than Su Sheng. It wasn't a real Abyss Devil, just simulated by a formation. Although it was simulated by a formation, its power was no different from that of a level 41 Abyss Devil. Su Sheng initially used spells to resist the opponent's attacks and was able to counterattack. But after the shield was broken, he had to start dodging attacks, and the situation began to turn against him. The opponent's attack speed was too fast, and Su Sheng had few opportunities to counterattack. After all, he was a mage, not as agile as an archer or assassin. He was occasionally hit while dodging. Fortunately, the injuries were not very serious. Mo Xinghe explained, "The content of today's minor exam is to persist for 1 minute in front of your opponent. As long as you can survive 1 minute, you pass." Mo Xinghe continued, "We have different assessment requirements for different professionals. The assessments for combat professionals and support professionals are different. For healers, they must heal the target and keep the target alive for 1 minute. And they must not be killed themselves within 1 minute. Surviving 1 minute in front of an opponent 10 levels higher than oneself is not an easy task. The assessment of Genesis Academy is more inclined towards actual combat. On the battlefield, in addition to main battle professionals, the combat awareness of support professionals is equally important." Although Su Sheng was a little embarrassed, he eventually survived for 1 minute and successfully passed the assessment. Mo Xinghe commented, "This holy light mage named Su Sheng has good potential, but he lacks combat experience and needs more training." Bai Yiyuan didn't care, just take a trip to the eternal battlefield. Mo Xinghe said angrily, "Do you think the eternal battlefield is so easy to go to? The mortality rate exceeds 50%. What if?" He couldn't finish his words, realizing that Lin Moyu had just returned from the eternal battlefield not long ago. It seemed inappropriate to say this to Bai Yiyuan. Mo Xinghe blew his beard and didn't bother to talk nonsense with Bai Yiyuan. "Student Lin Moyu, you should try it too." Chapter 304, Instant Kill Opponent, Pass the Assessment. Lin Moyu stepped into the exam room on the right, finally attracting the attention of the students. Some of them had seen Lin Moyu in the dungeon hall and couldn't help but exclaim, "It's Lin Moyu. Why is he here?" Does he want to join our Genesis Academy too? I heard he's very powerful. He cleared the Vulcan Temple dungeon solo and set a new record. Hey, because of him, our Genesis Academy is being laughed at. A team is not as good as one person. Lin Moyu's reputation here is not small, mainly because of the dungeon hall incident. The results from the meta battlefield have not yet been spread, and they are not aware of Lin Moyu's latest feat. Genesis Academy is located on an island and does not have much interaction with the outside world. Su Sheng also saw Lin Moyu and frowned. Why is he here too? Quiet. In the examination room, the academy teacher shouted softly. Everyone immediately fell silent. Mo Xinghe accompanied Lin Moyu to the teacher. Teacher Zhou, student Lin Moyu also wants to join our academy. I'll have him take our assessment. While speaking, Mo Xinghe had already passed on Lin Moyu's basic information. Teacher Zhou didn't dare to neglect the person Mo Xinghe personally brought. After confirming the information, Teacher Zhou said to Lin Moyu, "Okay, student Lin Moyu, please line up at the back first. We will conduct the assessment in order." Lin Moyu nodded. "Thank you, Teacher Zhou." He was neither humble nor arrogant, and very polite. Teacher Zhou felt that Lin Moyu had an unusual temperament, different from other students. Not only did he feel it, but others could also feel it. Lin Moyu's temperament was calm and natural, different from others. Lin Moyu walked aside and waited quietly. In Genesis Academy, everyone is a top genius. There are many arrogant people like Su Sheng. Lin Moyu didn't speak, and they wouldn't take the initiative to talk to Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu's arrival also attracted the attention of the other examination room. There were all high-level professionals with stronger strength. Originally, a newcomer was not worth their attention. Mainly because Lin Moyu was brought by Mo Xinghe, so they would take a second look at him. He looks a little arrogant. Which newcomer isn't arrogant? They'll be fine after a while. That's right, just like that Su Sheng just now, wasn't he arrogant when he came? Look at him now, he's nothing more than that. Legendary level professionals, there are many here. Even if they are the same profession and the same level, there is a world of difference in strength. It's impossible to rely on profession to be superior here. Didn't you notice? He's already level 37 when he joins the academy, he can't be that great. Ling Yizhan, who had just returned from the eternal battlefield, saw Lin Moyu and also heard the student's words. His face couldn't help but be a little embarrassed. Lin Moyu was completely different from what they said. He had personally seen Lin Moyu's strength, how could it be as simple as they said? Several people who had seen Lin Moyu in the eternal battlefield with Ling Yizhan found it funny. Underestimate Lin Moyu, be prepared to be slapped in the face. The assessment progressed quickly, 1 minute each, without stopping at all. People outside could see the situation in the formation and how their classmates were responding. The difficulty of the minor exam was not high, and all the students passed without exception. Lin Moyu found that among these people, Su Sheng's performance could only be considered average. He lacked practical experience and suffered a big loss. Soon it was Lin Moyu's turn, and Teacher Zhou called Lin Moyu's name. Student Lin Moyu, you are taking the entrance exam, so you may not be used to it. Don't care too much about the results, just do your best. You may be injured in the formation, but you won't really die, so don't be afraid. He kindly gave Lin Moyu a few instructions. Lin Moyu, who was level 37, was going to face a level 47 opponent. After level 40, the gap between each level will become larger and larger. Relatively speaking, it was easiest for someone like Su Sheng, who was level 31, to face a level 41 opponent. Lin Moyu said politely, "Thank you for your concern, Teacher Zhou. I will be careful." As he spoke, Lin Mochen walked into the formation. The formation activated, and a demon quickly appeared in front of Lin Mochen. Abyssal Blade Demon, 8 arms and 8 blades. Someone outside the arena exclaimed, "He's so unlucky, he encountered the most difficult Abyssal Demon." Not only that, but the Blade Demon is also one of the most difficult among the Abyssal Demons. That's right, its 8 blades are like platinum-grade weapons, with immense attack power. It can fight both up close and at a distance. Let's see how Lin Mochen deals with it. They all knew that Lin Mochen had soloed the Fire God Palace, but they found it hard to believe that Lin Mochen possessed such powerful combat strength. They were all too arrogant, unwilling to believe without seeing it for themselves. Lin Mochen looked at the Abyssal Blade Demon that appeared before him, gently pressed his palm, and skeletal armor appeared on his body. Level 37 skeletal armor, equivalent to 148,000 constitution worth of defense. From now on, even if he stood still and allowed the abyssal blade demon to attack him for a minute, it might not be able to break his skeletal armor. With a soft sound, the assessment immediately began. Lin Mochin pointed his right hand, and red light filled the sky. Skill, Curse of Damage. Flames leapt from his left hand. Skill, Soul Flame. The abyssal blade demon flew up, enduring the curse, and pounced straight at Lin Mochin. Its expression remained unaffected by the soul flame attack ineffective. Lin Mochin was slightly stunned, then understood. This abyssal blade demon was merely a product of the formation simulation, not a real demon. Without a soul, it would naturally be immune to the soul flame's attack. Since soul attacks were ineffective, he would switch to something else. In any case, this assessment was like child's play to him, without any difficulty. The abyssal blade demon had already rushed in front of Lin Mochin, and 8 large blades slashed down simultaneously. Clang clang clang, the large blades were blocked by the skeletal armor. The abyssal blade demon began a storm of attacks, its 8 large blades frantically striking the skeletal armor. The sound of impact was as dense as rain. The skeletal armor glowed slightly, remaining unmoved. Lin Mochin leisurely raised his hand, pointing it at the abyssal blade demon's head. White light burst out. Skill, Skeletal Fangs. 1480 level 37 skeletal fangs concentrated and erupted. Under the curse of damage, damage increased by 11 times. With a bang, the abyssal blade demon's head shattered. The skeletal fangs blasted the abyssal blade demon's head, and dense points of light shot into the sky, crashing into the formation. Lin Mochin didn't just launch one wave of skeletal fangs, but a full 3 waves. The abyssal blade demon simultaneously endured 3 waves of skeletal fangs in 1 second, plus the curse of damage. It would be strange if it could survive. The abyssal blade demon, which had been frantically slashing, suddenly stopped and silently fell to the ground. Lin Mochin walked out of the formation and said to the dumbfounded Teacher Zhou, "Teacher Zhou, I should have completed the assessment like this, right?" Teacher Zhou nodded blankly. Completed. He had instantly killed the abyssal blade demon. Truly, just 1 strike. From the start of the assessment to the end, only 2 seconds. Lin Mochin gave Teacher Zhou only one feeling: strong. In other people's eyes, Lin Mochin's strength had become somewhat abnormal. Others all lasted over 10 seconds. After all, the opponent was more than 10 levels higher, making it impossible to counter-kill. Only Lin Mochin instantly killed. Everyone, one by one, was dumbfounded and speechless. Su Sheng's pupils shrank into a dot. He's even stronger, the gap between me and him is getting bigger and bigger. His fists clenched tightly, somewhat unwilling, but also helpless. The two were no longer on the same level, making it impossible to compare. Su Sheng had a feeling that he would never be able to catch up with Lin Mochin in his entire life. On the other side of the examination hall, the senior students also revealed expressions of shock. They couldn't imagine how Lin Mochin had done it. That was a level 47 opponent. Even if they went up against it, it wasn't something they could instantly kill. Mo Xinghe had long guessed that Lin Mochin would pass the assessment, but he didn't expect that he would pass it in such a powerful, instant-killing manner. It was too astonishing. Bai Yiyuan gave Lin Mochin a thumbs up. Well done. Mo Xinghe said to Lin Mochin, "Congratulations to student Lin Mochin for passing the assessment. From now on, you are a member of our Creation Academy." Lin Mochin respectfully said to Mo Xinghe, "Thank you, Dean." Mo Xinghe was very pleased. That was a god general bowing to him. How could he not be pleased? "Teacher Zhou will take you around to familiarize yourself with the academy later. I'll take my leave first." Mo Xinghe said to Lin Mochin, then turned and left. His attitude seemed strange to Teacher Zhou. When Mo Xinghe was speaking with Lin Mochin, it was as if they were having an equal conversation. It wasn't at all like how Mo Xinghe treated other students. He hadn't even been so polite to himself. This made him pay even more attention to Lin Mochin. Chapter 305. The story about Lin Mochin. At night, the sea breeze blew across the island, caressing the Creation Academy. The island's barrier filtered out the sea breeze's moisture, making it gentle and comfortable on the face. Although Lin Mochin had grown up in a seaside city since he was young, it was his first time seeing the starry sky on an island. Bai Yiyuan and he stood on the beach, listening to the waves. Lin Mochin had joined the Creation Academy and become a member. After the assessment, Teacher Zhou took Lin Mochin to visit the entire academy, and Lin Mochin was already very familiar with the academy. Bai Yiyuan and Mo Xinghe didn't know where they went, and only returned in the evening. Bai Yiyuan said, "Don't you want to ask why I asked you to join the Creation Academy?" Lin Mochen had never raised any objections from beginning to end. Bai Yiyuan was very clear that Lin Mochen initially wanted to join the Genesis Academy. It was also for Lin Mohan. But when he asked him to give up Genesis Academy, when switching to Creation Academy, Lin Mochen agreed without hesitation. Bai Yiyuan was very curious and wanted to know what Lin Mochen was thinking. Lin Mochen said softly, "Teacher did this, there must be a reason. I believe in teacher, so there's no need to ask." One could hear the sincerity in Lin Mochen's words. He wasn't just casually perfunctory. Bai Yiyuan said, "Actually, I should have told you long ago. There's an old man in Genesis Academy, he took your sister as his disciple, and also his only disciple. This old man has somewhat high standards, but he's a very good person. Since he took your sister as his disciple, he will do everything he can to nurture her. Then, all the resources in Genesis Academy will definitely be given to your sister, and it won't be your turn." Lin Mo nodded, indicating that he understood. Resources are very important. Although many resources can be obtained by oneself, some resources need to be accumulated. Bai Yiyuan had a large accumulation of resources in his hands. Otherwise, he would not be confident that he could undergo job sublimation with a high probability during his job transfer. Bai Yiyuan continued, "My accumulation is not as deep as the old man's, and I don't have as many resources as him. Especially one thing, he has it, Genesis Academy also has it, but I don't. This thing is very important to you. It can greatly increase the probability of job sublimation during the third job transfer." Lin Mo asked, "Isn't there an elemental god stone for job sublimation during the third job transfer?" Bai Yiyuan smiled and said, "The two are not in conflict. Even if you have the elemental god stone, it will only increase the probability by half at most. With this thing, the probability can be increased to at least 80%. You awakened your talent during the first job transfer, and now you have obtained the second talent through the dragon crystal, and then you will obtain the third talent through the talent god stone. It is a certainty that you will become a 3-talent powerhouse. Now, all that remains is job sublimation. I have made preparations for job sublimation during the second job transfer. You have obtained the soul crystal, obtained unprecedented divine power, and a magical potion. Your attributes have been comprehensively broken through. With the Nirvana soul crystal in my preparations, I am at least 99% confident that you will undergo job sublimation during the second job transfer. Now the difficulty lies in how to make you continue to undergo job sublimation during the third job transfer. Raise your job to the limit, to the strongest, so that you have unlimited prospects." Bai Yiyuan became more and more excited, even a little excited. "Teacher, thank you." Lin Mo was very moved. She deeply felt Bai Yiyuan's sincerity. Bai Yiyuan was truly unreserved towards her. Bai Yiyuan patted Lin Mo's shoulder with his big hand. "No need to thank me, this is what the teacher should do. You just need to go forward with all your strength, surpass the teacher, and become the strongest." Lin Mo nodded vigorously, "I will try my best." Bai Yiyuan told Lin Mo what he needed to obtain. Bai Yiyuan couldn't say exactly what it was. Bai Yiyuan told him that it was a light. A light. Lin Mo couldn't imagine what kind of existence this was. It is located at the core of Genesis Academy. Only by entering the core can you see it and obtain it. The core of the academy will only open at specific times. The next opening time is in half a year. Bai Yiyuan sighed softly. Genesis Academy is not like Creation God Academy, they don't have the old man. So we must follow the rules of our ancestors, even Mo Xinghe is not qualified to change it. It's not that simple to enter the core. The teacher can't help you with this. You have to rely on yourself. Bai Yiyuan sighed here, it would be great if the old man was here, but unfortunately the descendants are not up to par. Lin Mo looked at Bai Yiyuan's sighing appearance, wanting to ask how he came back. Who exactly is the old man in his mouth? There is an old man in Creation God Academy, and it seems that there is also an old man in Genesis Academy. But the old man in Genesis Academy is gone. After thinking about it, Lin Mo still didn't ask. Perhaps he is not qualified to know some things yet. Bai Yiyuan left, and Lin Mo stayed at Genesis Academy. In Genesis Academy, there is an independent data center, similar to the library of Sha Jing Academy. However, the data center in Genesis Academy has more advanced information in some aspects than Sha Jing Academy. Especially some information about abyss demons and dragons. They have what Sha Jing Academy has. They also have what Sha Jing Academy doesn't have. In this aspect, the information can be completely regarded as an upgraded version of the Sha Jing Academy library. Lin Mo had fought many battles, and took this opportunity to calm down. Genesis Academy prepared a dormitory for Lin Mo, a single-family dormitory, like a villa. The internal facilities are complete, with everything you need. But Lin Mo didn't go in to live, but plunged into the data center. The biggest difference between Genesis Academy and Sha Jing Academy is that they are completely based on actual combat. The data books in the data center are basically centered around abyss demons and dragons. Lin Mo found a lot of books and started to study them. He planned to completely understand the information about abyss demons, so that things like the abyss illusion demon would not happen again. On this day, news about Lin Mo spread within the academy. In the ancient battlefield, Ling Yizhen's team had spent a few days with Lin Mo. The relationship was okay. A few of them told about Lin Mo, which immediately caused a stir. Seeking fresh flowers 0 The students of Genesis Academy gathered together late at night and directly set up a barbecue grill on the beach. The grilled fish was freshly caught from the sea, and the aroma was tangy. Ling Yizhen was surrounded by a group of people, and had no choice but to talk about what happened with Lin Mo in the ancient battlefield. What did you say? He single-handedly challenged the Earth Crimson Dragon God. What a joke! Can the Earth Crimson Dragon God be challenged by one person? A team is not enough. You said he was only level 30 at the time. Level 30 soloing a level 58 world boss. I don't believe it even if you beat me to death. That's right, level 30 is not enough to solo the Earth Crimson Dragon God. Even soloing the same level world boss is not enough. Although he instantly killed opponents more than 10 levels higher than him in today's assessment, I still don't believe it. Everyone present was a genius, and still the top geniuses in the entire human race. Everyone believes that they have the potential to become gods and are not weaker than anyone. Naturally, they will not be convinced. And what Ling Yizhen said was too illusory, like a myth. You said one thing and I said another. It was already very polite to not directly say that Ling Yizhen was talking nonsense. Faced with doubts, Ling Yizhen didn't explain anything, but took out a large piece of pure white beast meat. I don't want to explain anything. This is the meat I got by taking advantage of Lin Mo's cheapness. It tastes good. Let's share it together. The beast meat shone with a shimmering light along with the firelight. It didn't look like beast meat at all, but like beautiful jade. It was so beautiful that it was dazzling. The strands of energy revealed from it were astonishingly powerful. Ling Yizhen took out a knife and cut the meat to distribute to everyone. It's good to eat raw or grilled, it's up to you. Someone tried to take a bite and couldn't help but exclaim, it's delicious, and the energy is abundant, fatigue is swept away. Goodness, this wouldn't be the meat of the Earth Crimson Dragon God. Ling Yizhen nodded, yes, Lin Mo killed the Earth Crimson Dragon God, and we took advantage of him to cut off its leg meat. Most of it was given to Lin Mo, and we also kept a small portion for ourselves. Now, it seems that we have to believe that Lin Mo soloed the Earth Crimson Dragon God. Someone still had questions. Did Lin Mo really solo the Earth Crimson Dragon God? Ling Yizhen said, do you think that I killed the Earth Crimson Dragon God? I don't have that ability. Lin Mo was targeted by the Abyss Demon as soon as he obtained the Origin Rune. We originally wanted to protect him, but he didn't need our protection at all. Ling Yizhen told everything he knew, including the later Lin Mo becoming famous, and everyone in the entire ancient battlefield knowing about it. Lin Mo has become a public enemy of the Abyss Demons and Dragons. Everyone listened with interest, as if listening to a legendary story. Now no one doubts Lin Mo's deeds. At this time, the teleportation array lit up, and someone ran out of the teleportation array. He shouted along the road, our Divine Summer Empire has produced a level 37 Divine General, the youngest Divine General in history. Everyone present was stunned, the boss meat in their mouths falling out. Chapter 306. Since we're boasting, let's go all out. Man proposes, heaven disposes. Bai Yiyuan told Lin Moi to put away his military badge. But it turned out to be in vain. Lin Moi's matter had already spread throughout the primordial battlefield. There happened to be people from the Creation Academy in Fortress No. 6 at the time. They also brought the news back to the Creation Academy. Immediately afterward, the whole world knew about Lin Moi's great achievements. They knew that the Divine Summer Empire had produced a level 37 Divine General. One person destroyed an army, single-handedly killed a level 70 Dragon Clan War General, and forced the Dragon Clan War General to self-destruct. And he returned completely unharmed. No matter how powerful the Undead Legion was, even without the Undead Legion, Lin Moi's own skills were extremely powerful. In just a few days, the rumors grew more and more exaggerated, almost blowing Lin Moi to the heavens. In Bai Shen's small courtyard, Meng Anwen's voice was as calm as ever. Aren't you going to do something about it? If this continues, little Lin will soon become a god. Bai Yiyuan laughed. Let them boast, the more divine the better, and it's not like I'm not doing anything, I'm just using a different method. Meng Anwen glanced at him sideways. Is little Lin at the Creation Academy these days? Yeah, Bai Yiyuan said, he's reading. He suffered a few small losses in the ancient battlefield, especially against the Abyss Phantom. He almost got lost. This kid knows his weaknesses, so this time he plans to cram and fill in all the knowledge about the Abyss. Bai Yiyuan said with a slightly proud expression. He very much approved of Lin Moi's approach. An excellent professional must know himself and his enemy. Originally, even if Lin Moi didn't say it, he would have made this request. Now that Lin Moi has automatically done it, as his teacher, he is naturally happy. Meng Anwen smiled faintly. Do you want me to help you push the rumors outside? Bai Yiyuan laughed. That would be great. After all, I have few friends, and I can't do this kind of thing alone. Meng Anwen laughed. Who told you to offend people all the time? Lin Moi had been blown up to be so miraculous, that some even said Lin Moi had the strength to fight a demon king one-on-one. For several days, the boasting grew bigger and bigger, and became more and more unrealistic. Some people even made up all sorts of bizarre stories, saying that Lin Moi really went to the Abyss world to fight a demon king one-on-one. Various bizarre stories spread all over the world. The truth and falsehood were difficult to distinguish. Gradually, some people realized that something was wrong. It seemed that there was a mastermind behind it all. This balloon about Lin Moi was blown bigger and bigger, and finally one day, the balloon burst with a bang. Most people realized that these stories about Lin Moi were a lie. In fact, Lin Moi was not as powerful as the stories said. The only true part of all the stories was the professional competition. The truth and falsehood of the later stories were impossible to distinguish. Most people instinctively believed that the later stories were false. After all, a level 37 Divine General was simply unbelievable. Bai Yiyuan had a wicked smile on his face. It's better to promote rumors than to stop them, exaggerate them to the point where no one believes them, then won't the rumors be broken? Meng Anwen said softly, not entirely rumors. Does it matter? Truth and falsehood, there's no need to distinguish. I only know that someone wants to use this to destroy my disciple, so I'll play with them. Bai Yiyuan's body radiated a faint murderous intent. The cult of the demon worship, these stinky rats have come out again. For more than 10 days, Lin Moi had not left the Creation Academy's library. There were too many books in the library, even about the Abyss world, there were hundreds of them. Lin Moi connected and combined the contents of the books, and gradually formed a knowledge system about the Abyss world in his mind. The Abyss is much more cruel than the human race, they are the survival of the fittest, the winner is king. They are distinguished by the lowliness and nobility of their bloodlines. There are 4 levels: ordinary demons, ordinary devils, elite-level devils, and lord-level devils. They are distinguished by level: low-level devils, high-level devils, top-level devils, and demon kings. In addition, there are some special devils, such as the Abyss Phantom and the Abyss Fire Spirit. The entire Abyss world is extremely complex, much more complex than the human race. Elite-level devils are equivalent to legendary professionals of the human race. And Lord-level devils are very powerful hidden classes. Just like the Crimson Moon Devil he once encountered, it was a kind of elite-level devil. Its power was indeed far beyond ordinary devils of the same level. Lin Moi also understood the evolution process of devils. No matter what kind of devil, the ultimate end of evolution is the Demon King. The Demon King is a god-level powerhouse in the human race. However, there is still a big difference between the Demon King achieved by ordinary devils and the Demon King achieved by elite-level devils. The information clearly stated that the Flame Demon King evolved from an ordinary devil. The Succubus Queen evolved from an elite devil. The strength of the two is quite different, and there is also a difference in status. Lin Moi closed the book and closed his eyes to think. No wonder that top-level succubus is so powerful, able to fight against the ancient Luan bird. It turns out to be an elite-level devil. The succubus race is an elite-level devil. The higher their level, the more powerful the bloodline of the elite-level devil. The strength of the succubus queen can rank in the top 10 among the demon kings of the abyss. Among the top 10 demon kings in the abyss, the human race has only recorded 5 of them. The strongest is a demon king ranked 4th. Black Sky Demon King. When Lin Moi saw the Black Sky Demon King, he thought of the Black Sky Demon son who had been forced to self-destruct by him. Unexpectedly, he was the descendant of the Demon King. Lin Moi instinctively felt that the Black Sky Demon son was not dead, he should have been reborn through the soul imprint. The human race's soul imprint rebirth method was learned from the Abyss Devils. The human race can be reborn, and as the descendant of the Demon King, he can naturally do it too. It seems that there will be confrontations in the future. I can kill you once, I can kill you a second time, a third time. He got up and put all the books on the table back on the shelf, and took some books again. This time it was books about the Dragon Clan, and Lin Moi once again immersed himself in the ocean of knowledge. The storms outside were none of his business. Lin Moi seemed to have taken root in the library, cramming a lot of knowledge. The level 37 divine power provided a powerful recovery ability, allowing Lin Moi to stay awake and maintain abundant energy. The students in the Creation Academy were stunned. Since joining the academy, Lin Moi did not come to class, did not come to training, and spent all day in the library. He was completely planning to study on his own. But self-study is not as good as being taught by a teacher. In addition to the exaggerated legendary name, Lin Moi was labeled as a weirdo. A month later, the rumors about Lin Moi gradually subsided. Everyone had new points of focus. The Dragon Clan's new base in the meta battlefield was officially completed. The Dragon Clan made a grand gesture, building 9 military bases to guard the central royal city. The entire Dragon Clan base covered an area of over 1,000 kilometers. The moment it was completed, a huge defensive formation linked the bases together. This area henceforth belonged to the Dragon Clan. Dragon Clan armies stationed themselves within, their momentum extraordinary. After leaving for thousands of years, the Dragon Clan returned this time with pent-up energy. On the day the base was completed, a huge phantom appeared in the Dragon Clan's royal city, and a Dragon Clan king descended. With its order, the Dragon Clan army marched out of the base in a mighty manner, heading straight for the abyss. The Dragon Clan's base was located closer to the entrance of the abyss, and a great battle unfolded at the entrance. The Dragon Clan king also descended upon the abyss, erupting in a fierce battle with the Abyss Demon King. It was said that more than one Dragon Clan king was dispatched. When the Dragon Clan returned a month ago, they simultaneously attacked the Human Clan in the abyss. That scale was already considerable, but compared to this time, it was truly a drop in the bucket. The Dragon Clan's large-scale attack on the abyss was to avenge a 1,000-year-old grudge. After fighting the abyss, they would inevitably attack the Human Clan again. The last time was just an appetizer, and what follows is the real war. The clouds of war had already flown overhead. People's attention also shifted to the impending war. The racial war was about to begin. The whole clan was preparing for war. Lin Moi was in the library, unaware of these events. It was not until the communicator on his wrist vibrated that he was awakened. Looking at the time, he realized that more than a month had unknowingly passed. In this month, he had read hundreds of books. He not only absorbed the knowledge in the books, but also integrated and interconnected these pieces of knowledge. He gained an in-depth understanding of the Abyss Demons and the Dragon Clan, and formed his own system. Perhaps he was not as good as those erudite seniors, but he had far surpassed most students. Incidents similar to the Abyss illusion would never happen again. Answering the call, "Dean, what's the matter?" "Divine General Lin, sorry to bother you, please come out for a moment." Mo Xinghe's deep voice sounded from the communicator. Lin Moyu raised his head and saw Mo Xinghe standing outside the library through the huge floor-to-ceiling windows. Chapter 307, The Hell Outpost Instance Dungeon becomes a Dragon Clan stronghold. Mo Xinghe stood at the entrance of the library, attracting the attention of many people. Mo Xinghe rarely appeared in the academy. This sudden visit must be for something. Dean Mo seems to be waiting for someone. In the entire academy, who else can make Dean Mo wait? If Dean Mo wants to find someone, a single word is enough. "That's you, don't you see who Dean Mo is looking for?" They saw Lin Moyu walking out of the library. After a month of precipitation, the aura on his body converged and became extremely calm. Unlike before, when he had just returned from the battlefield, he was sharp and full of killing intent. The students then realized that Mo Xinghe was waiting for Lin Moyu. No wonder, in the entire academy, only Lin Moyu can make the dean personally visit. Who is Lin Moyu? He is a divine general, at the same level as the dean in the military. I wonder what Dean Mo wants Lin Moyu for. Judging from Dean Mo's expression, he seems a little serious. Can he not be serious? The Dragon Clan is going crazy in the meta battlefield, and there have been several conflicts with our human clan. It is said that many people have died. Maybe we will be going to the battlefield in a while. A group of people discussed endlessly. In the past month, the Dragon Clan had indeed been somewhat crazy. This was also the explosion after being suppressed for thousands of years. Lin Moyu came to Mo Xinghe, Divine General Mo, what do you need me for? Since Mo Xinghe addressed him in a military manner, Lin Moyu responded in the same way. This was a courtesy, indicating that the two were about to discuss military matters. Mo Xinghe's old face showed a smile. This time I'm here to ask Divine General Lin for a favor. Private matter or official business? Lin Moyu asked. Mo Xinghe nodded. Official business. Please speak. This matter is a bit complicated. Let's talk as we walk. Mo Xinghe walked aside, and the two walked side by side. Mo Xinghe said lightly, recently, there has been a problem with the Dragon Clan outpost instance dungeon near Fortress 1. Since the Dragon Clan returned to the meta battlefield, that instance dungeon has undergone a change. Lin Moyu raised his eyebrows slightly. He was very familiar with this instance dungeon and wondered what kind of change had occurred. He did not ask and quietly waited for Mo Xinghe to speak. Mo Xinghe continued, the Dragon Clan outpost instance dungeon was born thousands of years ago and can be regarded as the Dragon Clan ruins left over from that great war. There are many similar Dragon Clan instance dungeon ruins, with varying levels, almost all over the corners of the meta battlefield. At that time, we didn't pay much attention to it and thought it might just be the residual power of the Dragon Clan. Unexpectedly, this time the Dragon Clan returned, all these instance dungeons mutated and became Dragon Clan teleportation bases. The Dragon Clan army can directly reach all corners of the meta battlefield through the instance dungeons. We then realized that these instance dungeons were deliberately left behind by the Dragon Clan kings. Even the return of the Dragon Clan, these instance dungeons have played a significant role. Lin Moyu had a bad feeling, are the casualties serious? Mo Xinghe said, fortunately, only 1,000 people died. 1,000 people died, which was not a small number. Professionals are not afraid of injuries. They are not afraid of losing arms or legs, and even the most serious injuries can be healed. The only thing that cannot be revived is death. Unless he also plants a soul mark like him. Lin Moyu's eyes flashed with light, and killing intent rose slightly. Why not destroy the instance dungeon? He knew that god-level powerhouses were fully capable of destroying instance dungeons. It shouldn't be difficult for them. Mo Xinghe said, we reacted too late. The Dragon Clan has reinforced the instance dungeon with special methods and can only destroy them from within the instance dungeon. Lin Moyu didn't ask why and directly said, what do you need me to do? Mo Xinghe said, enter the Dragon Clan outpost instance dungeon and clear the hell difficulty. Cooperate with the military team to destroy it together. Lin Moyu looked puzzled, but my level. Mo Xinghe explained, the instance dungeon has mutated, the difficulty has increased, the level has changed from 25 to 35, and the entry conditions have also changed accordingly. The Hell Outpost instance dungeon was previously only a level 25 instance dungeon. After the mutation, it was upgraded to a level 35 instance dungeon, and the restrictions and difficulty were all changed. Only level 33 to 37 professionals are allowed to enter. The normal difficulty has changed from 3 people to a single person. The nightmare difficulty has been reduced to 3 people. Hell difficulty was limited to 5 people. Moreover, only one team is allowed to enter each difficulty at the same time. At this time, the dungeon has completely lost its original appearance. It has been reduced to a Dragon Clan teleport point. Normal and nightmare difficulties are fine. However, it is really difficult to clear the Hell difficulty with only 5 people. Mo Xinghe said, now, if we want to destroy the dungeon, we need to clear normal, nightmare, and hell difficulties simultaneously. When all 3 dungeons are cleared and the 3 dungeon exits appear at the same time, we can use special scrolls to detonate them simultaneously. This will completely destroy the dungeon. Lin Moi asked. I think, with the military's strength, it shouldn't be impossible to find 5 legend grade class holders of suitable levels to clear the hell difficulty. Although hell difficulty is very difficult, as long as you are careful, you can always clear it. Mo Xinghe sighed softly. Originally, it could be cleared, but the Dragon Clan intervened. Their army has entered the hell difficulty of the dungeon. The Dragon Clan outpost dungeon was originally a hook left by them, and they have the ability to interfere to a certain extent. Lin Moi looked at Mo Xinghe, his eyes flashing. So, the military failed. Mo Xinghe nodded. Not only did they fail, but they also paid a considerable price. 2 legend grade class holders died in the dungeon. The death of 2 legend grade class holders is indeed a considerable loss. The Dragon Clan outpost dungeon is too close to Fort No. 1. Fort number 1 is basically filled with low-level class holders below level 40, and it has the weakest defense among the 9 forts. If the Dragon Clan teleports their legion from the Dragon Clan outpost, it is likely to cause great damage to Fort No. 1. Lin Moi did not hesitate. Then let's go. Mo Xinghe asked, do you need to make some preparations? Lin Moi shook his head. No need, it's just a level 35 dungeon, it's not too difficult. The dungeon's restrictions always exist, and the rules will not change. Even if the Dragon Clan can send an army to enter the dungeon, they must accept the dungeon's restrictions. The level of the Dragon Clan soldiers inside will not exceed level 37. Not to mention level 37, even a level 47 army can't stop Lin Moi. Fort number 1 was shrouded in the haze of war. The city wall was damaged in the Dragon Clan's attack a month ago. Although the major damage has been repaired, dried blood can still be seen in some places. Lin Moi and Mo Xinghe walked out of Fort number 1 and headed towards the Dragon Clan outpost dungeon. Along the way, they encountered some small monsters, which were easily dealt with by Mo Xinghe. Mo Xinghe is an level 89 Holy Spirit Grand Summoner, the exact same class as Mo Yun. He experienced a class sublimation during his second job change, but failed to experience a second one during his third job change. He is a middle-level legend grade class holder. Lin Moi couldn't understand his attack methods. He didn't summon the corresponding summoned beast, but shot out a beam of light with a flick of his hand, and the monster was annihilated. The saying that a summoner's combat power lies entirely in their summoned beasts obviously does not apply to Mo Xinghe. Even if Mo Xinghe's summoning skills were sealed, Mo Xinghe could still possess terrifying combat power. Lin Moi thought of what Bai Yiyuan had once said, that sealing summoning skills is useless for summoners after the third job change. However, Bai Yiyuan did not elaborate, obviously it was not yet the time. Therefore, Lin Moi just watched and did not ask any further questions. Gradually approaching the dungeon, Lin Moi saw the army. An army was stationed at the dungeon exit, staring firmly at the dungeon. Both of them wore purple Divine General badges on their shoulders, and no one dared to stop them along the way. All the soldiers greeted them with admiring eyes. The leader of this army was named Zhao Zishang, a 3-star colonel, a third job change Holy Sword Knight with level 70. He had received news of Mo Xinghe and Lin Moi's arrival in advance and was prepared to wait for them. He respectfully saluted Mo Xinghe and Lin Moi, without any lightness due to Lin Moi's level. He led Mo Xinghe and Lin Moi to the entrance of the dungeon. Lin Moi discovered that the dungeon entrance had undergone some changes. The Dragon Clan's aura was transmitted from the dungeon, indicating that there were indeed Dragon Clan inside. Not monsters, but real Dragon Clan. Zhao Zishang said, about 20 days ago, a Dragon Clan army suddenly rushed out of the dungeon. At that time, there were many class holders outside the dungeon, who were caught off guard by the Dragon Clan army and suffered many casualties. This army chased and killed low-level class holders near the fortress until we arrived. Later, we surrounded the dungeon. Later, the Dragon Clan army appeared once again and was annihilated by us on the spot. Lin Moi asked, how exactly do you want me to cooperate with you? Zhao Zishang waved his hand, and 3 teams that had been prepared in advance stepped forward. They were 1 person, 3 people, and 4 people respectively. Zhao Zishang said, our military will send 4 people to team up with Divine General Lin to clear the hell difficulty. In addition, we have also prepared corresponding teams for normal and nightmare difficulties. After clearing the dungeon, we will detonate the exit together with chain scrolls to completely destroy the dungeon. Saying that, Zhao Zishang took out 3 chain scrolls that had been prepared in advance. Chapter 308. clearing a dungeon lower than your own level for the first time. Lin Moi took the chain scrolls and carefully checked them. The 3 scrolls contained amazing energy, and the 3 scrolls were interconnected and formed a whole. He had never seen such a thing before. Zhao Zishang said, "This is a chain scroll specially made by our army. Its characteristic is that it needs 3 scrolls to be activated together to detonate. Activating only one of them has no effect. After Divine General Lin clears the dungeon, you need to place the scroll below the dungeon exit and then activate it. Divine General Lin can see that there are 3 thin lines above the scroll. Every time a scroll is activated, one thin line will light up. After all 3 scrolls are activated, they will explode after 5 seconds. In other words, he has 5 seconds to evacuate the dungeon. 5 seconds is completely enough." Lin Moi nodded, "Okay, I understand. But I can clear the dungeon alone, they don't need to go." Zhao Zishang's expression changed slightly. "Divine General Lin, this is a level 35 dungeon with hell difficulty." Mo Xinghe chuckled, "Colonel Zhao, don't worry, Divine General Lin has always cleared dungeons solo, one person is enough." Zhao Zishang wanted to say something, but looking at the Divine General badge on Lin Moi's shoulder, he finally closed his mouth. His status was quite different from Lin Moi's, and he should obey Lin Moi's orders. After thinking for a while, Zhao Zishang said, "In that case, Divine General Lin must be careful. Our other 2 teams will also speed up and try to clear the dungeon as quickly as possible." Lin Moi nodded, took the scroll and entered the dungeon directly. Zhao Zishang waved his hand, and the 2 teams set off separately and entered normal and nightmare difficulties. They had cleared these 2 difficulties more than once, and Zhao Zishang knew there was no problem. The 3 difficulties must be cleared at the same time and detonated at the same time to completely destroy the dungeon. Whether it can be done depends on Lin Moi. After the teams had all departed, Zhao Zishang said to Mo Xinghe, "Divine General Mo, can Divine General Lin really do it alone?" Mo Xinghe smiled, "Don't worry, he can not only do it, but his speed will probably be the first." Zhao Zishang couldn't believe it, but now he could only believe Mo Xinghe's words. "All right," Zhao Zishang sighed softly, "after all, he's a divine general, he shouldn't be talking nonsense." Mo Xinghe chuckled, looking like he was ready to watch a good show. He held a disc in his hand, which also had 3 thin lines on it, identical to the 3 thin lines on the chain scroll. Through this disc, he could see the activation status of the scroll. ... Familiar environment, familiar monsters. It had been a long time since he last entered this dungeon. Although the dungeon level had increased, the monsters' appearances hadn't changed much. Lin Moyu still remembered when he first entered this dungeon and tasted the feeling of being controlled by monsters, which wasn't very pleasant. Even the first time, it was a bit of a struggle. But now, with a thought, all 17 undead legions appeared. He didn't just read books in the Genesis Academy's archive. He was also replenishing his undead legions. In a month, without meditation, all 17 undead legions were fully staffed. 3,400 skeleton warriors, 2,890 skeleton mages, a total of 6,290 skeletons. Level 37 skeleton warriors, with 68,000 base 4-dimensional stats. After buffs, their 4-dimensional stats reached 88,400. The skeleton mages' spirit stat was even higher, reaching 158,600. With these stats, fighting a level 35 dungeon, Lin Moyu always challenged dungeons above his level, and even hell difficulty dungeons. This was the first time he was fighting a dungeon lower than his own level. It was quite fun to think about. The undead legions received buffs, and white light soared into the sky. 2 dragon race monsters walked towards them. Detection technique flew out. Lin Moyu wanted to see how strong the mutated and enhanced dungeon really was. Mutated dragon race spearman, hell enhanced elite monster. Level 36. Strength 20,000. Agility 15,000. Spirit 10,000. Constitution 35,000. Skill spear sweep. Trait affected by dragon race power, physical damage reduced by 30%, elemental damage reduced by 30%. These stats are really too weak. Having gotten used to monsters with hundreds of thousands of stats in the primordial battlefield. Monsters with a total of only 80,000 stats like this were really too weak. The total stats combined weren't even as good as any single stat of the skeleton warriors. Lin Moyu didn't even have the interest to deal with them. The undead legions charged out with the light of their buffs. Majestic and unstoppable, they swept all the way. There wasn't even a need for corpse explosion. With only 35,000 constitution, their vitality wasn't strong either. The skeleton warriors killed them directly with a few strikes. The undead legions charged too fast, without stopping, like a raging wave, submerging the dungeon. Lin Moyu followed behind, almost having to jog to keep up. Lin Moyu's way of clearing dungeons would scare even legendary-level professionals half to death. No one clears dungeons like this, it's simply bullying the monsters. With the Lich General present, all control skills from the dragon race monsters were ineffective. The undead legions went up and wildly slashed with their great swords and cast spells randomly. In just over 10 minutes, Lin Moyu had already seen the familiar city walls. The city walls hadn't changed, they were still the same as before. Only the monsters on them had increased. Not only had the number of monsters increased, but some new faces had also appeared. Lin Moyu sensed a different aura from them. They were true dragons, dragon race soldiers. When the dragon race soldiers saw Lin Moyu, they all showed hatred. Lin Moyu had a strong dragon race aura on him. In the eyes of the dragon race people, Lin Moyu was covered in the blood of dragons. They were ordered to enter the dungeon and garrison in hell difficulty. Last time, they unexpectedly sniped the humans who were trying to clear the dungeon. They successfully repelled the enemy and killed 2 people. This time, Lin Moyu actually came alone. However, the situation completely exceeded the dragon race army's expectations. Lin Moyu was indeed alone, but his undead legion had more than 6,000 members. With a thought from Lin Moyu, the undead legions directly charged towards the gate. The skeleton mages, massive attacks overwhelmed the city walls. Whether it was the monsters on the city walls or the dragon race soldiers, they were completely submerged by spells. The hatred towards Lin Moyu had just arisen when it was extinguished by spells. The sturdy city gate shattered in just a dozen seconds. The undead army advanced straight in. First, they cleared all the monsters on the city walls, and then they advanced within the city. Some stealth-type dragon race monsters hiding in various corners of the city were quickly cleared by the skeletons. Only 20 minutes after entering the dungeon, Lin Moyu had already arrived in front of the boss. The familiar boss, with slightly increased level and greatly increased stats. There weren't many other changes. But behind the boss, an army of 1,000 dragon race soldiers formed a square formation, waiting in full battle array. With such an army present, plus the boss, an ordinary 5-person team would indeed be unable to clear the dungeon. Unfortunately, they encountered Lin Moyu. At the very front of the army, a dragon race commander wore armor and stood solemnly. Its expression was very serious. It already knew when Lin Moyu had just entered the dungeon. But it didn't expect that in just 20 minutes, Lin Moyu had already killed his way to its front. The speed was too fast, the monsters in the dungeon couldn't stop Lin Moyu at all. Lin Moyu gave it a feeling of 2 words, danger. With an order, the dragon race army simultaneously launched a charge towards Lin Moyu. The sentry guardian, as the boss, also acted together, cooperating with the army to attack Lin Moyu. Even when completely outnumbered, the dragon clan remained fearless. Courage is commendable, but alas, in Lin Moyu's eyes, numbers were meaningless. Moreover, with more of them, the sentry post guardians would die even faster. Even the most heavily armored knights, at merely level 37, couldn't withstand the attacks of the skeleton warriors regardless of their class. The skeleton mages unleashed a barrage of spells, instantly wiping out a large area. Then, with a flash of red light, the curse of damage was applied. Explosions rang out, and in just a few seconds, over 1,000 Dragon Clan soldiers perished simultaneously, leaving no one alive. The explosions continued incessantly, with over a dozen occurring within 3 seconds. The sentry post guardians, who had just charged in front of the undead legion, collapsed to the ground. The more corpses there were, the stronger Lin Moyu's attacks became. Numbers were meaningless. The commander trembled as he watched, his eyes filled with disbelief, as he was met with a concentrated attack from the skeleton mages. Time froze at 23 minutes and 15 seconds. Chapter 309. Someone is trying to harm Lin Moyu, Wrath of the White God. The vortex representing the dungeon exit was slowly rotating. Lin Moyu had prepared the chain scroll below it. Then, with a slight mental command, he activated it. The scroll glowed faintly, extending strands of energy that connected with the dungeon exit. Now, he was just waiting for the nightmare and normal dungeon clears to be completed. Once all 3 chain scrolls were activated, he could detonate the dungeon. A series of continuous explosions echoed within the dungeon. The corpses of 1,000 Dragon Clan soldiers couldn't be wasted, they were excellent material for practicing the corpse explosion skill. Lin Moyu took out a small piece of earth-touching dragon god meat, eating it while casting the skill. Outside the dungeon, the disc in Zhao Jishang's hand suddenly emitted a purple light. Zhao Jishang exclaimed, "The scroll in General Lin's hand has been activated. How is that possible so quickly? It's only been 23 minutes. Mo Xinghe had already seen this, a smile on his face. "I told you, you need to trust General Lin. What's difficult for you is just a piece of cake for him." Zhao Jishang no longer dared to disbelieve. Yes, you're right. The general is indeed a general, beyond our capabilities. To solo a level 35 dungeon on hell difficulty in 23 minutes, and also clear out the 1,000-strong Dragon Clan army stationed inside. This was something that ordinary people couldn't do. Zhao Jishang had also heard about Lin Moyu's exploits in Fortress No. 6, and while he had been slightly doubtful before, he had no choice but to believe it now. No wonder the military had directly requested Lin Moyu's help. The higher-ups in the military must have known something. Regardless, the most difficult hell dungeon had been dealt with. Now only normal and nightmare remained. It should be quick. As long as the dungeon here was destroyed, the Dragon Clan would have no way to send troops directly to the vicinity of Fortress No. 1 through the dungeon. Then the professionals near Fortress No. 1 would have a safety guarantee. Over 40 minutes later, the disc in his hand glowed again. Another scroll had been activated. Seeing that the task was about to be completed, a smile appeared on Zhao Jishang's face. Now only nightmare difficulty is left, it should be soon. Based on the previous clearing experience, it would take at most another 30 minutes. Sure enough, as Zhao Jishang waited, the third thin line on the disc lit up. At the same time, Lin Moyu saw the scrolls at the dungeon exit release a brilliant light. Success! All 3 scrolls had been connected to the dungeon exit. 5 seconds later, the scrolls would explode, destroying the dungeon along with them. Destroying the dungeons of 3 difficulties simultaneously meant that this dungeon would completely disappear. Lin Moyu took one last look at the dungeon. After all, it held his and Ning Yi's memories. He chose to leave the dungeon. Lin Moyu paused slightly. Unable to leave, the dungeon exit had lost its function, and he couldn't leave. Not only him, but those in nightmare difficulty and normal difficulty as well. No one inside could leave. Outside the dungeon, the smile on Zhao Jishang's face froze and disappeared. Replaced by panic. What happened? Why hasn't anyone come out? There were only 5 seconds, but now 3 seconds had passed, and no one had come out. He lost his composure, at a loss, and could only turn to Mo Xinghe for help. Mo Xinghe also frowned at this time, vaguely sensing something was wrong. Lin Moyu tried several times, but couldn't leave from the dungeon exit. Trying to use a high-level dungeon escape talisman was also ineffective. The entire dungeon had been sealed. Someone wants to kill me. Lin Moyu realized that someone had done this on purpose. All the undead legion was recalled, and the bone armor on his body refreshed. Now he could only wait and see what happened. There was no other way. The last 2 seconds passed in the blink of an eye. The 3 scrolls exploded simultaneously, and the dungeon exit was instantly destroyed. The entire dungeon trembled violently, everything within the dungeon was collapsing, becoming illusory, disappearing. The things in the dungeon were originally composed of energy and rules, and now they were returning to their origin. Lin Moyu was plunged into a void, and the scene he saw was somewhat similar to what he saw during teleportation. Fragmented and difficult to describe. The relationship between the 3 difficulties shattered, and Lin Moyu saw the professionals in the other 2 difficulties. Their faces were also filled with panic. Lin Moyu wanted to help them, but he was powerless. At this time, he was in the void, and terrifying energy was raging around him. The bone armor shone brightly, blocking wave after wave of energy impact. Cracking sounds continued to come, and the bone armor couldn't last long in the turbulent energy flow. All Lin Moyu could do now was to replenish his bone armor again and again. The dungeon collapsed more and more violently, and the energy turbulence became more and more intense. In Lin Moyu's sight, those few soldiers were impacted by the turbulent energy flow, and their bodies shattered after only a few seconds. Sighing softly, Lin Moyu withdrew his gaze and focused on himself. Don't let me find out who did this, I will kill you. His eyes were filled with boiling killing intent, he was sure that someone must be playing tricks. The goal was to kill himself. The next second, the instance completely collapsed, and terrifying energy turbulence struck, impacting Lin Moyu's body. The bone armor shattered instantly. This blow was comparable to a Demon King's strike. Lin Moyu grunted and quickly re-equipped the bone armor. At the same time, he was uncontrollably thrown into the void by the energy turbulence. In the White God courtyard, Meng and Wen, who was resting with his eyes closed, suddenly opened his eyes. Something happened to that kid Lin. Bai Yi Yuan jumped up in shock. Where? Meta battlefield, Fortress No. 1, Dragon Clan Outpost instance. A phantom of the Divine Sha Pagoda appeared in Meng and Wen's palm, and a light shot out, enveloping Bai Yi Yuan. Bai Yi Yuan teleported away instantly. This teleportation speed was extremely fast, and Bai Yi Yuan's body was surrounded by tearing energy. Even a high-level professional would be crushed during the teleportation process. Bai Yi Yuan's body glowed with golden light, blocking all the energy. In just 10 seconds, he had crossed a long distance and appeared directly at Fortress No. 1. Then, he moved like lightning across the sky, his speed astonishingly fast. In less than half a minute, Bai Yi Yuan had appeared above the Dragon Clan Outpost instance from his White God courtyard. At this time, the instance had already collapsed, and the instance vortex was completely distorted, about to disappear. Bai Yi Yuan appeared in front of the instance vortex in an instant, and with a wave of his hand, he grasped the instance vortex. The originally collapsing instance vortex actually showed a moment of stability. You used a chain scroll, are you trying to destroy this instance? His sharp gaze swept across, and the aura of a god-level powerhouse erupted, dominating the world. Zhao Jishang trembled. It was already chaotic enough, how could a god-level powerhouse suddenly appear? And it was the famous White God. Zhao Jishang's tongue was tied, and he couldn't explain clearly for a long time. Mo Xingyi sighed and quickly explained everything. Bai Yi Yuan's killing intent erupted. No one knew how powerful a god-level powerhouse was before. But now, the earth within 100 miles was shaking, like an earthquake. Cracks appeared densely, the sky and earth changed color, and energy collided in the air, making thunderous roars. Everyone felt a giant palm pressing down on them, restricting them tightly. They couldn't move, and it was difficult to breathe. Even the level 89 Mo Xingyi was uncomfortable at this time. He realized that the gap between himself and Bai Yi Yuan was still very large. Bai Yi Yuan squeezed his hand, and the instance vortex in his palm exploded with a bang. This instance had completely collapsed, and the instance vortex was useless. Filled with intense killing intent, who came up with the idea of letting Lin Moyu help destroy the instance? Zhao Jishang trembled, his mouth moving for a long time without saying anything. Mo Xingyi said, "Don't embarrass him, it was a message from Fortress No. 9, asking me to ask Lin Moyu." Bai Yi Yuan continued to ask, "Where did your chain scroll come from?" Chain scrolls are military items, and cannot be found outside. Each scroll can be traced back to its origin. Zhao Jishang trembled, it was also sent from Fortress No. 9, I don't know who specifically. Fortress No. 9, Bai Yi Yuan revealed a cold smile. Someone in Fortress No. 9 actually wanted to harm Lin Moyu. Had he not killed anyone for many years, making people think he was old? Killing intent boiled, forming a terrifying phenomenon in the air, the entire world like the end was coming. Suddenly, he heard Meng and Wen's voice in his ear, "Don't worry, that kid Lin is fine, he entered the abyss." Bai Yi Yuan was stunned. Lin Moyu went to the abyss. In an instant, he understood the cause and effect and had an answer in his heart. His aura gradually subsided, Bai Yi Yuan rose into the air and left like lightning. Chapter 310. The light element instance is actually in the abyss world. Back in the White God courtyard, Bai Yi Yuan returned, his voice like thunder, "It must be those guys from the cult of the demon worship. I didn't expect that some of them had infiltrated the military, and even reached the higher levels. How do you know that Kid Lin is fine, and even went to the abyss?" Meng and Wen drank tea without any sign of anxiety. "Don't forget, who made the abyss teleportation stone on that Kid Lin's body." Meng and Wen sensed that Lin Moyu was currently in the abyss world through the abyss teleportation stone. Moreover, Lin Moyu's soul imprint in the Hall of Heroes was intact, obviously nothing had happened. During the time Bai Yi Yuan went out, he wasn't idle and did nothing. On the contrary, he did a lot. Bai Yi Yuan thought of Lin Mo Yu's abyss teleportation stone and felt relieved. In that case, that kid can teleport back at any time. Meng and Wen nodded. Yes, at any time. So you don't have to worry. And his teleportation point is located here. Bai Yi Yuan frowned. Why doesn't this kid come back? Meng and Wen laughed. He naturally has his own ideas for not coming back. You are his teacher, are you going to be his old man? Bai Yi Yuan scoffed. I'm old enough to be his great-grandfather. Stop talking nonsense. What do you plan to do about the matter in Fortress No. 9? Meng and Wen's voice was slightly low. Investigate thoroughly. I want to see which paw stretched over, and chop it off. At this moment, Meng and Wen was awe-inspiring. Flames, green flames everywhere, on the ground and in the sky. Clusters, clumps, and patches, forming a continuous stretch. The abyss fire is the origin of the abyss. They are the foundation of the abyss world and also the light source of the abyss world. Lin Mo Yu looked at the abyss world. The abyss world is not much different from the descriptions in the books. This should be the edge of the abyss world. Lin Mo Yu had a judgment in his mind. The boundaries of the abyss world can be distinguished by the abyss fire. The closer to the center, the darker the color of the abyss fire. The abyss fire in his current location is light green, so it should be in the periphery. In his hand, a teleportation stone was flickering with a faint light. Before, the instance collapsed and was destroyed, and terrifying energy kept impacting. The bone armor kept appearing and then collapsing. Constantly attacked, he clearly realized that he couldn't hold on for long. With all other methods ineffective, Lin Mo Yu thought of the abyss teleportation stone. Hoping for a glimmer of hope, he activated the abyss teleportation stone. Finally, he successfully escaped the energy turbulence and entered the abyss world. Now, to go back, he needs to wait an hour, until the abyss teleportation stone's energy recovers. The current Lin Mo Yu is not completely ignorant of the abyss. The knowledge in the books has been integrated and formed a system. He knows that his appearance is like a drop of water entering a hot oil pan for the abyss world. The aura of the human race is so conspicuous and out of place in the abyss. Soon, demons will be coming. For a normal person, lasting an hour won't be easy. An hour is enough time for the Demon King to come to the door. Putting away the abyss teleport stone, Lin Mo Yu took out a fragment of the demon core. He activated it with his mental power. With a bang, the demon core fragment exploded, and a cloud of demonic aura enveloped him. His human aura was replaced by the demonic aura. If you didn't look with your eyes, you wouldn't be able to tell he was human at all. After doing all this, Lin Mo Yu quickly left and disappeared into the dim green flames. Less than a minute after he left, a group of demons rushed over. They were all low-level demons below level 40. They were like rats smelling meat, all extremely excited, drooling. I feel the aura of a human. Why did it suddenly disappear? My senses can't be wrong, he's right here. Where did he go? A delicious human has mixed into our world. He must be hiding, find him and eat him. The demons roared excitedly one by one. The taste of humans was extremely attractive to them. They started searching everywhere, but Lin Mo Yu had already gone far away. His whole body was shrouded in demonic aura as he walked through the green flames. A fragment of the demon core can last for a whole hour. During this hour, Lin Mo Yu didn't need to worry about being sensed by other demons. Of course, he couldn't be seen by them with their eyes. Soon, an hour passed. The abyss teleport stone was full of energy again, and Lin Mo Yu could leave and return to the Bai Shen courtyard at any time. But, after hesitating for a while, he finally put away the abyss teleport stone. Now that he was here, he might as well take a look. Connect the knowledge in the book with reality. With the demon core fragment and the abyss teleport stone. As long as he was careful, there shouldn't be any danger. Lin Mo Yu made a decision and continued walking in the abyss world. If there was any danger, he would use the abyss teleport stone to return. Gradually, the abyss world in front of him changed. In the green flames, a lake appeared, and also a forest. In the center of the lake, there was also abyss fire burning. This magical scene of water and fire living in harmony was almost non-existent among humans. Lin Mo Yu understood that one world had its own magic. The world of the abyss was not completely barren. Inside, there were also mountains, water, grasslands, and forests. The abyss fire not only brought a source of power, but also brought vitality. A large number of ordinary magical creatures also lived in the abyss. Their levels were low, some even only level 1 or 2. These magical creatures were food for the abyss demons. Lin Moyu had seen an abyss demon with only level 20, bloodily eating a magical creature that looked like a wild dog. This world was even more savage and cruel. It is said that only some high-level abyss demons will cook their food with fire like humans. Most abyss demons eat it raw. Lin Moyu connected the knowledge in the book, and it seemed to be so. Seeking flowers 0 Next to the lake, several abyss demons were drinking water, their wings slowly fanning. Some abyss demons would sit by the lake to rest after drinking their fill, and even stretch, making a sharp cry. In some ways, abyss demons and humans also have some similarities. There was no hostile relationship between the strange abyss demons. They couldn't be said to be very united and friendly, but at least they wouldn't attack each other. Lin Moyu hid in the dark. Should I kill all of these? This lake was Lin Moyu's only way, and now it was blocked. Killing these abyss demons below level 40 wasn't difficult. It's just that there were quite a few of them, and these demons could fly. If they escaped, they would definitely expose themselves. While he was hesitating, more demons flew over. In the blink of an eye, the lakeside was already full of demons, at least 300 or 400. It seemed that the nearby demons had all come here. Lin Moyu faintly felt something was wrong and couldn't help but hold back. Minutes later, more demons arrived. The number was increasing, already close to 1,000. In addition to some low-level demons at the beginning, high-level demons gradually appeared. The level wasn't very high, and none of them had exceeded level 45 yet. This strange situation made Lin Moyu even more certain that there must be a problem. The abyss fire in the center of the lake began to rise. It was only half a meter high at first, but suddenly it rose to 5 or 6 meters high. The flames became more and more intense, and the color also changed from light green to dark green. Then, in the center of the flame, a little white light appeared. The white light exploded, illuminating the entire lake. In the center of the lake, a secret realm entrance appeared. The secret realm was filled with a massive amount of light elements, pure white and brilliant. And at the entrance of the secret realm, there was also the aura of a dungeon. There was also a dungeon in the secret realm. A large number of abyss demons took off at the same time, flying madly towards the secret realm. In the blink of an eye, the outside of the lake was empty, and not a single demon could be seen. Lin Moyu felt a strong aura of light elements from the white light. Don't demons hate light elements the most? What are they going to do? Abyss demons hate light elements, second only to holy power. But what were these demons going to do? And why would such pure light elements appear in the abyss? Lin Moyu's eyes suddenly lit up. The light element dungeon, one of the elemental dungeons. No wonder I couldn't find the light element dungeon, it turns out the light element dungeon is actually in the abyss. Perhaps, I can get light element crystals. Lin Moyu didn't hesitate and rushed directly to the center of the lake. He couldn't fly, but he had his own solution. Use the skeleton warrior to carry him over. With the skeleton warrior's attributes, a jump of more than 100 meters was easy. This lake wasn't big, and the secret realm was only 100 meters away from the shore. The skeleton warrior carried Lin Moyu and jumped into the secret realm accurately. Chapter 311, The Peculiar Light Element Dungeon. The secret realm was different from what I had imagined. It wasn't a completely pure white world of light. Inside, there were also floating abyssal fires. These abyssal fires combined with the light element, becoming somewhat special, with white light spots in the green. The abyssal demons in the secret realm were absorbing these special abyssal fires. As the abyssal fire entered their bodies, the aura of the abyssal demons was also becoming stronger. White light spots appeared on the demons. The demons showed painful yet enjoyable expressions, their auras strengthening and their levels increasing. These demons were all intoxicated with their own evolution and did not notice the addition of a human in the secret realm. Lin Moyu instantly understood that they were upgrading and evolving. Lin Moyu felt like he had discovered a new continent, knowledge not found in books. Lin Moyu was particularly interested in this special abyssal fire. The detection spell flew out directly. A mutated abyssal fire, light A. A abyssal fire combined with the light element, demons can absorb it to enhance their core essence, with a very small probability of evolving into higher level demons. It can also increase their level, but they need to endure intense pain during the 257 evolution process. It was just as he had guessed. This mutated abyssal fire could really help demons evolve. No wonder so many demons flocked to enter. At this moment, the secret realm flickered, and more demons entered. As soon as they came in, they saw Lin Moi standing at the entrance. Human. The newly arrived demon let out a cry of surprise, instantly like cold water into a hot oil pan. The entire secret realm was boiling. The demons in the secret realm all turned their heads to look at Lin Moi, their eyes filled with fierce light. A human actually came in. Tisk tisk, great, I didn't expect to enjoy delicious human flesh even in the abyss. So bold, daring to enter our secret realm. One by one, they rushed over with fierce light. The exit of the secret realm was already blocked, so there was no fear of Lin Moi escaping. Lin Moi chuckled, and a legion of undead appeared neatly around him. Then the skeleton warriors raised their knives and dropped them, and the skeleton mages bombarded with spells. These low-level demons, not even level 40, could not stop the skeleton warriors at all. They were not even as good as the monsters in the dungeon of hell. They were almost blasted into slag upon meeting. Screams rose and fell. The hundreds of demons at the entrance of the secret realm were wiped out in a blink of an eye. Then several more undead legions appeared and rushed towards the interior of the secret realm. Soon, screams came from the secret realm. A killed level 33 abyssal snake demon, experience plus 660000, military merit plus 100. A killed level 34 abyssal dog demon, experience plus 68000, military merit plus 100. A killed level 32 abyssal wolf demon, experience plus 64000, military merit plus 100. Kill information kept popping up. The secret realm was neither large nor high. Even if the demons flew here, they could not escape the pursuit of the undead legion. Lin Moi was like catching a turtle in a jar, fighting easily. Wherever the undead legion went, no demons survived. Following the aura of the dungeon, Lin Moi saw the dungeon vortex. A dungeon. World of Light. A level. 40. A difficulty. Normal, nightmare, hella. It was indeed a dungeon of light element. Lin Moi was slightly excited, his judgment was correct. The light element dungeon that could not be found in the human world was actually in the abyss world. If he had gone back at the beginning, he was afraid that he would not have found this place in his life. Level 40 dungeon, the conditions for entry are between level 35 and 45. That's why no abyssal demons above level 45 came in. The undead legion had previously killed demons below level 35. Those demons above level 35 should have entered the dungeon. Bold because of his skill, he chose hell difficulty and entered the dungeon directly. As Lin Moi entered the dungeon, the undead legion in the secret realm disappeared instantly. The entire secret realm also became quiet. In the depths of the secret realm, a ball of green flame was burning vigorously, becoming more and more intense, and the color was becoming deeper and deeper. Gradually, a pair of eyes appeared in the center of the flame. Then more demons entered the secret realm. As soon as they came in, they saw the corpses of demons all over the ground, and they were all shocked. Some demons sent out information, and the abyss world suddenly became restless. In the dungeon, Lin Moi saw a more intense light element. The monsters in the dungeon were all white as jade. They looked like crystal gems, very beautiful. Under the white appearance, these monsters were extremely dangerous. A light element elf hell level elite monster A. A level, 41 A strength, 5000 A agility, 30,000 A spirit, 50,000 A constitution, 5,000 A skill, strong light burst A characteristics, light element attack immunity, physical attack immunity, elemental damage reduced by 90%. Having seen all kinds of monsters, when he saw this monster, Lin Moi couldn't help but be surprised. The strength and constitution were as low as 5,000, which was even worse than many monsters below level 30. The agility attribute was very high, indicating that its speed was not slow. The spirit attribute was as high as 50,000. Lin Moi had to suspect that it was a magic-type monster. When he saw the attributes, Lin Moi understood why its constitution could be so low. As a light element monster, it was normal to be immune to the light element itself. Physical attack immunity was also acceptable, after all, it was an elemental monster. But other elemental damage was reduced by 90%, which was a bit scary. It was the first time he had seen such high immunity data. It could only be said that this monster was very special. And its skill, strong light burst, Lin Moi had not yet understood. The light element elf had already rushed towards the undead legion. The agility attribute of 30,000 made its speed very fast. In the blink of an eye, it had already rushed in front of him. Immediately afterward, a ball of white light exploded, and the world paled in comparison. His eyes were filled with nothing but white, he couldn't see anything else. His eyes stung, and a booming sound echoed in his ears. In that instant, Lin Mo felt like he was going blind. It took a long while for his vision to recover. Lin Mo was somewhat horrified. This light element spirit had actually self-destructed. The self-destruction was powerful, causing some damage to the skeletons. Fortunately, the damage was shared by over 6,000 skeletons, so the impact was almost negligible. The Lich General casually used a healing skill, and the skeletons were restored to their original state. After the first light element spirit rushed over and self-destructed, it seemed to activate the dungeon. A large number of light element spirits appeared, rushing towards Lin Mo. Subsequently, one self-destruction spectacle after another unfolded before Lin Mo. Waves of white light came one after another, and Lin Mo didn't even dare to open his eyes. He kept his eyes tightly shut as the skeleton warriors cleared the way ahead, advancing towards the interior of the dungeon. Fortunately, he had skeleton warriors. Even if he didn't look, it didn't affect his dungeon runs. This was the first time Lin Mo had encountered this kind of monster, whose attack method was self-destruction. Fortunately, their level wasn't high. If it were level 60 monsters rushing over to self-destruct, he estimated he'd be wiped out in minutes. There really were all kinds of dungeons, and Lin Mo had to be on his guard. The world of light elements was very monotonous. There was no terrain to speak of, just a vast, boundless space. Lin Mo and his skeletons became the only decoration in this world. In such a world, Lin Mo couldn't even find the direction to go. The skeletons spread out to search for a path. The dungeon's terrain gradually took shape in his mind. Lin Mo discovered that he was indeed on a huge plaza. The plaza was over 10 kilometers in diameter, very large. On the plaza, there were over 1,000 light element spirits. Each one would self-destruct without saying a word as soon as it approached. The Lich General constantly healed, and this suicidal attack method had no effect on Lin Mo. Finally, a passage appeared in his mind. The skeleton warriors had finally found the road to leave the plaza. At the end of the plaza, he finally saw other colors. A milky white staircase passage connected to the plaza. Countless steps stretched into the distance, connecting to a statue. An angel. Lin Mo was slightly stunned. The statue was jade-like all over, with 2 pairs of wings on its back. It held a staff in one hand, with a solemn and sacred expression, radiating holy light. There were records of angels in human history, but they were just a few words. Angels seemed to be a very, very ancient race. So ancient that they were almost submerged in history. On the contrary, the world of his previous life had the concept of heavenly angels. However, the two were clearly different. The angels here were more representatives of light elements. Lin Mo wasn't interested in angels, he was only interested in the passage in front of him. Chapter 312. New skill, a pillow when you're sleepy. One step after another, the staircase stretched into the distance, gradually winding upwards, eventually connecting to the angel statue. On the steps, there were items placed. Looking around, there was one item every 100 steps. There were many light element spirits along the way. To walk over and obtain the items, one had to withstand the self-destruction attacks of the light element spirits. But this problem was not a problem at all for Lin Mo. The light element spirits could hardly shake the bone armor. He just needed to close his eyes when they self-destructed, nothing else was a problem. Lin Mo didn't care and strode forward. The light element spirits rushed over and self-destructed. Amidst the rumbling, Lin Mo walked out of the self-destruction energy, moving forward without stopping. But the bone armor completely blocked the self-destruction attacks of the light element spirits, not even lasting half a second. The entire passage was much longer than the Chosen's secret realm, but the difficulty was also much lower. After all, it was just a level 40 dungeon, how difficult could it be? Soon, Lin Mo finished the first 100 steps and obtained the first item. Shard of light crystal. 5 shards of light crystal can be fused into a light crystal. Sure enough, Lin Mo's lips slightly curved. This dungeon didn't require fighting monsters, it was a trial-type dungeon. As long as one passed the trial, they could obtain items. The shard of light crystal in his hand was like a small piece of white, glowing glass. It looked inconspicuous, but one could feel the strong light element from it. A single shard was useless, at least it had to be synthesized into a light crystal to be useful. Lin Mo looked at the passage ahead. The passage stretched very far, seemingly without end. There would be a shard every 100 steps. And it seemed there were some other things. Lin Mo realized that this harvest wouldn't be small. I want all of these. As Lin Mo advanced, the power of the light element spirit's self-destruction gradually increased. The bone armor became brighter and brighter, indicating that the impact it was receiving was increasing. But it was still far from the limit of the bone armor. Lin Mo didn't care and continued to move forward. Light crystal shards were obtained one by one. Soon, he obtained 5 light crystal shards, and Lin Mo fused them into a light crystal on the spot. Light crystal can be combined with other single-element crystals to form an elemental godstone, increasing the chance of job sublimation during the third job change. The more elements fused, the stronger the godstone effect. Can also be used alone to permanently enhance flame resistance. After using it alone, it can no longer receive the help of the elemental godstone. After obtaining the light crystal, Lin Mo took out the elemental godstone again and fused the light crystal into it. A few minutes later, Lin Mo obtained a brand new elemental godstone. Elemental godstone: fire, poison, earth, light, used during the third job change to increase the chance of job sublimation by 20%. The elemental godstone fused with 4 elements increased the chance of job sublimation to 20%, which was double the increase compared to 3 elements. As far as Lin Mo knew, there were still 3 elements left that could be integrated: water, wind, and lightning. He wondered how much the final job change probability could reach. Bai Yiyuan had said that the elemental godstone could at most increase the chance of job sublimation by 50%. He didn't know if it was correct. Lin Mo Yu wasn't doubting Bai Yiyuan's words, he just felt that everything needed to be seen to be believed. Putting away the elemental godstone, Lin Mo Yu continued forward. He had only walked through about 1/10 of the long corridor. There were still a lot of things waiting for him to harvest ahead. Moreover, Lin Mo Yu didn't mind having more light crystals. He still had an elemental godstone in his hand. A moment later, Lin Mo Yu walked to the 1000th step. He once again obtained a complete light crystal and fused it into another elemental godstone. This was a 3-element godstone, composed of earth, fire, and light elements. This elemental godstone was prepared for Ning Yi. There was still a long way to go, and there would be many more gains. So far, the light elemental spirit had become much stronger than it was at the beginning. The power of its self-destruction had at least doubled. But for Lin Mo Yu, it was still not enough. Every 5 light elemental spirits had to rush over and self-destruct to consume 1 instance of the skeletal armor. The skeletal armor not only blocked the damage but also offset all the impact force. Under its protection, Lin Mo Yu remained motionless. Looking at the mage-type professionals, Lin Mo Yu couldn't find a better defensive skill than skeletal armor. Lin Mo Yu moved towards the angel statue quickly and steadily, step by step. Except when picking up things, he didn't stop at all. Even the dazzling white light during the explosion couldn't stop him from moving forward. 2000th step, 3000th step. Lin Mo Yu collected 4 more light crystals. The light elemental dungeon didn't exist in the human world, so over the years, almost no one had obtained light crystals. Lin Mo Yu had this opportunity, so naturally, he wanted to get as many as possible. Oh, there's a change. Having walked 3000 steps, he had already walked more than half of the corridor. At this time, he was not far from the angel statue. On the steps ahead, it was no longer in units of 100 steps. Looking ahead, an item was shining brightly, placed on the 3500th step with extraordinary data. With 500 steps as 1 level. Looking at this item from afar, Lin Mo Yu felt it looked a bit familiar. Based on past experience, he roughly guessed what it was. Lin Mo Yu strode forward. The power of the light elemental spirit was increased again. Now, 2 self-destructions could destroy 1 skeletal armor. Lin Mo Yu replenished while advancing. For him, there was still no pressure. As long as the skeletal armor was enough to block a wave of attacks, he would have time to replenish it. He smoothly arrived at the 3500th step. Lin Mo Yu picked up a pure white gem. Light gem permanently reduces light elemental damage by 50%, has a chance to obtain a light type skill, only effective upon first use. It really is this. Lin Moyu smiled, it was indeed exactly what he thought. With a slight mental movement, he activated it. A pure white light enveloped his entire body, turning Lin Moyu into a huge ball of light. The ball of light lasted for a while and then began to gradually disappear. This situation also meant that Lin Moyu didn't awaken any skills. The jade-like angel statue suddenly trembled slightly. The staff in its hand shot a beam of light onto Lin Moyu. The pure white light that was about to fade became even brighter again. A large amount of light elements gathered on Lin Moyu. At this time, a pair of wings faintly appeared behind Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu didn't lose consciousness in the ball of light. He saw everything the angel statue did. After shooting that beam of light, the angel statue's aura weakened a lot. It was as if most of the power accumulated over the years had been consumed at this moment. Obtain skill, Blessing of Light. Blessing of Light Level 1, immune to all negative statuses, including all negative statuses such as curses, seals, silence, and restraints for 30 minutes, cooldown time 30 minutes. Lin Moyu was overjoyed. It was like wanting to sleep and having a pillow delivered. There was nothing more wonderful than this. 30 minutes of effective time, 30 minutes of cooldown time, which meant that seamless connection could be achieved. From now on, he would no longer have to worry about summoning seal. Lin Moyu bowed slightly to the angel statue, "Thank you." The angel statue didn't move at all. Lin Moyu didn't know if it was because of the rules or if it had its own consciousness. In any case, his behavior came from the heart, and he should indeed thank the other party. Permanently reducing light elemental damage by 50%, plus a new skill that could ignore negative statuses. This trip to the abyss was really a big win. The corridor wasn't finished yet, so he continued forward. He obtained another light gem at the 4,000th and 4,500th steps respectively. At this time, the self-destruction power of the light elemental spirit was already very strong. Each time, it could destroy the skeletal armor. Lin Moyu knew that under this attack power, even if a knight opened their ultimate defense, they might not be able to rush through. Just like the god's chosen secret realm, the last section wasn't prepared for normal people at all. Replenishing the skeletal armor again and again, he walked to the top floor with some danger but no real harm. On the top floor, there was a box. The box was made of light elements. The moment Lin Moyu touched the box turned into thousands of white lights and disappeared. The items in the box also came into Lin Moyu's hands. Heart of Light, can awaken the God of Light. Key to the Temple of Light, the key to opening the true Temple of Light. Lin Moyu looked at these two items thoughtfully. Before, there were the Fire God's Flower and the Fire God's Key. They could be used to open the true Temple of Fire and awaken the Fire God. Now, the Temple of Light and the God of Light had appeared again. Could there be any connection between the two? Boom. The dungeon suddenly shook violently, and the angel statue collapsed. The staff in its hand turned into a beam of light and flew into Lin Moyu's hand. Monarch's Scepter Fragmented Legendary Weapon, all attributes plus 50000. Chapter 313 Legendary Weapon, Monarch's Scepter. It's actually a legendary weapon. It's not damaged, just incomplete, and can still be used. The head of the scepter, where items should have been inlaid, is now empty. The inlay is gone, and the legendary weapon has also lost its skill bonuses. The attributes have become incomplete. But even so, after seeing its attribute bonuses, Lin Moyu couldn't help but feel a surge of excitement. The attribute bonus is too high, with an increase of 500,000 to all attributes. Adding the 4-dimensional attributes together, it's a 2 million attribute bonus. This completely exceeds the basic attributes of a top-tier level 73rd job professional. An astonishing bonus. Lin Moyu felt that even among legendary weapons, this Monarch Scepter was extraordinary. He didn't value skills much. For him, many skills were useless. Especially since many weapon skills were job-specific. For Lin Moyu, attributes were the most important aspect. Legendary weapons can only be used after reaching level 70 and completing the 3rd job advancement, so he can only look at it for now. The more he looked, the more he craved it. After looking at it for a while, he put away the Monarch Scepter. The angel statue collapsed, revealing the exit of the instance. Lin Moyu didn't rush to leave the instance but sat down on the spot to meditate and recover his depleted spirit. He was well aware of what he had done when entering the instance. The abyss demons were definitely waiting for him outside the instance. Once he left, a great battle would ensue. He could also choose to leave the abyss now and return to the human race world, leaving the demons outside the instance waiting in vain. But he didn't want to do that. Since he had come, how could he be content without a good fight? In just 10 minutes, his spirit had fully recovered, and the 17 undead legions were ready. Lin Moyu equipped himself with a brand new set of skeletal armor. Then let's begin. The long dormant killing intent suddenly surged, and the instance was filled with turbulent energy. The demons who heard the news had already filled the secret realm, surrounding the instance exit tightly. Not only inside the secret realm, but there were even more demons outside the secret realm. This was Lin Moyu's first time setting foot in the abyss world. Although he had been walking in the abyss world for half a day, he was far from seeing the true abyss. In the abyss world, there were also demon cities. There happened to be a large city nearby, and the demons inside moved upon hearing the news and rushed over. As the news spread, demons from other cities were also on their way. This secret realm was called the Light Shining Secret Realm by the demons. Each time it appeared, the light elements inside would be assimilated by the abyss fire and undergo mutation. After absorbing it, it could enhance the demons' resistance to light elements and also promote bloodline evolution. It could not only raise levels but also had a chance to evolve ordinary demons into elite-level demons. With such great benefits, the demons flocked to the Light Shining Secret Realm. Each time, at least several thousand demons would come to absorb the mutated abyss fire. However, the secret realm had level restrictions, and those above level 45 could not enter. So usually, only demons below level 45 would come. But now it was different. Those demons above level 45 moved upon hearing the news. They guarded outside the secret realm, waiting for Lin Moyu to appear. An enemy infiltrating the abyss world was a rare occurrence, and the demons were all extremely excited. As the space slightly distorted, Lin Moyu's figure appeared outside the instance. He's out, it's a human, kill him. Attack, we'll share the meat later. The demons attacked collectively, and a massive amount of attacks instantly submerged Lin Moyu. Coming out of the instance, there was a lag of about 2 seconds, which was unavoidable. Within 2 seconds, he would have to withstand countless attacks. Lin Moyu was confident in his skeletal armor, it should be able to withstand the attacks for 2 seconds. Even if it couldn't, there was still damage transfer and the summoning of life link. The 17 undead legions, with more than 6,000 skeletons sharing the damage, shouldn't have any problems. The skeletal armor shone brightly, blocking wave after wave of attacks. This guy's defensive skills are so tough. Put in more effort and smash it. They were all demons below level 45, mostly low-level demons. The attacks weren't very powerful. 2 seconds was enough for them to launch 4 or 5 waves of attacks. At this moment, the demons did their best, wanting to kill Lin Moyu. The skeletal armor creaked, finally showing signs of collapse. The demons revealed sinister smiles, as if they saw the scene of Lin Moyu being blasted into slag. Suddenly, a flash of white light passed by, and the skeletal armor, which was about to collapse, was restored to its complete state again. 2 seconds had passed. Lin Moyu had a cold smile on the corner of his mouth, it's my turn. The space twisted violently, and the undead legion appeared with it. The secret realm was almost completely occupied by demons, and the undead legion appeared in the gaps between the demons. Skeleton warriors swung their swords and slashed, and skeleton mages also launched attacks at the nearest targets. Where did these undead monsters come from? Not good, these are his summons. This guy is an undead summoner, there are so many of them, these skeletons are so powerful. The appearance of the undead legion completely disrupted the demons' rhythm. The demons who were attacked screamed, and the demons on the periphery didn't know what was happening inside. There were too many of them, the ones outside couldn't squeeze in, and the ones inside couldn't escape. Buzz, accompanied by a peculiar sound. Red light fell from the sky. A small red sword appeared above each demon's head. Damage curse instantly increased the damage received by the demons by 12 times. A scream ushered in the prelude to slaughter. As the first demon died, explosions resounded throughout the secret realm. The demons inside fell like harvested wheat. A corpse explosion, level 6, detonate the corpse, dealing 35% of the corpse's health as damage to enemies within a 6-meter range. With the blessing of his talent, the range was 240 meters, and the damage was 14 times the corpse's health. In the Dragon Race Outpost instance, with the help of thousands of corpses from the Dragon Race army, Lin Moyu finally raised the corpse explosion skill from level 5 to level 6. With the existence of all-around amplification talent, each level up greatly increased the power range of corpse explosion. This secret realm wasn't large, with a total depth of just over 1,000 meters. One corpse explosion directly cleared the demons around Lin Mo Yu. Those demons flying in the sky fell like raindrops. In an instant, the ground was piled high with corpses. The demons outside the range of the explosion hadn't reacted yet. They didn't understand how their clansmen in front of them had died in an instant. What happened? While still wondering, the corpse in front of it suddenly exploded. Consciousness disappeared, the soul was annihilated, and it died crisply. Quantity is meaningless to Lin Mo. Lin Mo quickly moved forward, detonating one corpse after another. The sound of explosions echoed in the secret realm, ringing non-stop. In less than 10 seconds, there were no more living demons in the entire secret realm. Lin Mo clapped his hands. Diaresis, it's time for the ones outside. Roar. Suddenly a loud noise came from the depths of the secret realm. The entire secret realm shook. There's a boss. Lin Mo was slightly stunned. He didn't expect that there would be a boss in this small secret realm. Dark green flames rushed out from the depths of the secret realm, turning into a fire dragon and sweeping towards Lin Mo. If it were normal, Lin Mo might have been waiting in full battle. First use the detection technique to understand the opponent's attributes and status, understand the opponent's skills, and then kill them. But now, it's completely unnecessary. A slight smile on the corner of his mouth. One corpse after another was thrown into the air, and then detonated. The violent explosion completely destroyed the fire dragon. Looking towards the depths of the secret realm, Lin Mo saw a ball of green flame. The flame kept deforming in the air, and finally turned into a demon shape. Abyssal fire spirit. Lin Mo understood in his heart that the boss of the secret realm was just an abyssal flame. In the abyss, the abyssal fire burns fiercely. A large amount of abyssal fire mutates for various reasons, and finally forms an abyssal fire spirit. Its forms are various, and the way it exists is basically similar to the abyssal fire spirit awakened by the succubus king. It is a special kind of elemental creature. After the abyssal fire spirit appeared, it pounced towards Lin Mo. The entire secret realm was shrouded in fire, turning into a green flame world. Lin Mo said lightly, "The last abyssal fire spirit dropped a flame gem, I wonder if you can drop it too." As he spoke, the skeletons had already thrown the corpses over. It's still detonating in the air. Explosions occurred constantly. Lin Mo didn't know the level of the abyssal fire spirit in front of him, and he didn't need to know. Even if you are level 50, what about level 55? In the face of a large number of corpses, you will inevitably be blown to death. Even if these corpses are not high enough level and have weak vitality, the corpse explosion bonus is too high. The only difference is how many times it explodes. Under the impact of explosions again and again, the abyssal fire spirit screamed again and again. The fire was blown away, and the huge fireball became smaller and smaller. After enduring more than 30 corpse explosions, the abyssal fire spirit let out a scream and was completely extinguished. From beginning to end, it couldn't even get close to Lin Mo. Kill abyssal fire spirit, experience plus 180000. Get flame gem, closing square bracket. Chapter 314. No matter who you are, explode first. The fiery red gem is exactly the same as the flame gem he once obtained. Earth gem. Permanently reduces fire element damage by 50%, has a chance to obtain a fire-based skill, effective for the first use. When Lin Mo used it, he gained the attribute of permanently reducing fire element damage by 50%, but he did not gain the corresponding fire-based skill. This time, the flame gem is no longer effective for him. Putting away the flame gem, his gaze fell outside the secret realm. The secret realm is shaking, the boss is dead, and this secret realm will also disappear. It is estimated that it will not appear again for a long time. And the dungeon has changed. The angel statue collapsed, and the rewards inside must have also changed. Most importantly, the monarch's scepter is in his hands. If it doesn't work out, the dungeon will change places again from today onwards. Lin Mo had already seen that it was this secret realm that locked the dungeon before. Now that the secret realm boss is opened, the dungeon is free again. It's hard to say where it will appear next time. The undead army appeared collectively, lifting up all the corpses. Thousands of corpses are the best weapon. The secret realm could no longer be sustained after the boss died. It was pierced like a bubble and disappeared between heaven and earth. Lin Mo and his undead army also appeared outside the secret realm at the same time. The secret realm is located on a small island in the lake. The space is not large. The secret realm is gone, they're out. How come there are so many skeletons? Where are the demons in the secret realm? The demons outside the secret realm saw the undead army and shouted one after another. Lin Mo responded to them in his own way. A red light flashed, and the damage curse descended. One corpse after another was thrown out and detonated in the air. The sound of explosions rumbled, and the demons in the air had not yet reacted, but were swallowed by the explosion. Lin Mo attacked from left and right, performing damage curses and corpse explosions at the same time. Even if it was just the corpse of a level 30 low-level demon that was detonated, it was enough to severely damage a level 40 high-level demon. If it was a corpse above level 35 that was detonated, it would be enough to kill a level 40 high-level demon in seconds. The damage curse plus the corpse explosion bonus has more than 20 times the damage. In the blink of an eye, a large number of demons were blown to death. In the blink of an eye, thousands of demons died, and their corpses fell into the lake like raindrops. Those demons who reacted quickly fled quickly, with fear on their faces. The demons who had surrounded Lin Mo dispersed in a rush. Lin Mo's heart moved, and the skeleton took him directly back to the shore. He can't fly, and the center of the lake is not the best place to fight. The undead army also came to land with it. The skills of the skeleton mages began to pour densely towards the sky. Just like artillery shooting birds, hitting the demons and making them scurry around. The skeleton mage's mental attribute is close to 160,000, and the skill power is not small. Even high-level demons above level 45 will be injured if they are hit. A few more hits may kill them directly. A full 2,890 skeleton mages poured out their skills non-stop. For them, there is no concept of spirit. As long as they are alive, the attack will not stop. CIAD, we can't let him be so rampant, let's go together and kill him. Yes, charge together. Some high-level demons roared angrily, they joined together and launched a charge towards Lin Mo. The demons rushing in the front opened their wings at the same time. Their wings are very large, unlike other demons, the length exceeds 10 meters when fully unfolded. These demons united with each other, forming a large black curtain. At the same time, they exuded a strong abyssal aura, which turned into black clouds and enveloped their bodies. From a distance, it looks like a cloud of black cloud falling from the sky. Behind them, a large number of abyss demons over level 45 are hidden. The skeleton mage's attack landed on the black cloud, most of which were bounced off, and the damage that could be caused was not great. Lin Mo heard a strange sound in his ears, it was this sound that bounced off most of the attacks. Detection technique flew out, abyssal bat demon. Level, 49, strength, 20,000, agility, 20,000, spirit, 15,000, constitution, 50,000, skill, sonic force field. Characteristic, light element defense reduced by 50%, all damage reduced by 30%, life force enhanced. Lin Mo immediately understood that this is a kind of demon that focuses on defense. Other attributes are ordinary, the physique attribute is particularly high, and it has the characteristic of life force enhancement, and the life force is also much stronger than ordinary demons. The skill sonic force field can also reflect some damage. Among the human race professionals, it is equivalent to a knight. Under their leadership, the demons launched a charge against Lin Mo. The demons approached rapidly like a clockwork dragon. Lin Mo was not in a hurry to do anything, and when the distance was only less than 100 meters, a large number of corpses were thrown out again. The damage curse arrived first, and enveloped the top of the demons' heads with a buzzing sound. Demons are not like dragons, and have an innate resistance to curses. The effect of the curse on the demons has been perfectly exerted. Corpses followed one after another. Boom! With a violent explosion, the abyssal bat demon at the front desperately propped up the sonic force field. The 6 abyssal bat demons connected the sonic force field into one piece, and the strength increased greatly. In the explosion, you can see an invisible wall completely composed of sound waves. Most of the damage from the corpse explosion was reflected, and it did not affect them. Good defense, but how many times can it block it? Fingers clicked, and the explosion continued. Now the skeletons have a lot of corpses in their hands, and each of the thousands of demons in the secret realm is Lin Mo's weapon. Talent, double blessing of curses, even the abyssal bat demon can't stop the continuous explosion. The sonic force field shattered after blocking more than a dozen explosions in a row. The 6 abyssal bat demons died at the same time. The demon army behind them was immediately exposed to Lin Moi. The demons' faces changed drastically, but the arrow had already left the string, and it was too late to retreat at this time. Charge over and kill him. Don't care about the skeletons, kill this human. Hurry up, don't be afraid of death, go. The demons roared madly. But shouting is useless. The skeleton mage's skills have already struck, and the most terrifying thing is the corpses flying in the air. The demons rushing in the front died the fastest. Dying in the explosion and falling from the air, they couldn't rush to Lin Moi at all. The demons behind wanted to escape when they saw that something was wrong, but it was too late. The curse suddenly changed. The slow curse replaced the damage curse in an instant. The slow curse has a larger range, covering all the demons in the air. What is it like to have your speed slowed down 74 times? These demons in the air are all like they are performing slow motion. They have become living targets, and can only watch the skeleton mage bombard them. At this time, a skeleton warrior hugged Lin Moi, and then jumped high. At the same time, more than a dozen corpses were thrown to the rear of the demon team. Those demons still had a chance to escape, but Lin Moi would not give them a chance. In their terrified eyes, Lin Moi appeared in front of them and detonated the corpse in front of them. Corpses fell like rain, either fell on the ground or fell into the lake. The lake water gradually turned black, and the demon's blood dyed it black. From beginning to end, these demons failed to touch the corner of Lin Moi's clothes. A great battle is about to come to an end. A huge aura rushed from the distance. Go to hell. The sword energy traveled 1,000 meters and slammed into Lin Moi's body. The bone armor shone brightly, steadily blocking the sword energy. The sword energy contained a very large amount of abyssal power. Lin Moi could judge from the force on the bone armor that the opponent should be over level 55. Looking up, I saw nearly 100 black spots. The black spots quickly enlarged, and then sword energy struck like a storm, landing on the bone armor. Lin Moi had seen these demons in books. Abyssal Sword Demon. Abyssal Sword Demon will come with a bone sword from the day of birth. As the level increases, the bone sword will become stronger and stronger, not weaker than any weapon of the human race. They are good at using swords. The sword energy is vertical and horizontal, and the sword intent soars to the sky. Moreover, each sword demon would become an elite demon after reaching level 70. There was even a very small chance of becoming a lord-level demon. A detection spell flew out as Lin Moi wanted to verify the information with the book's knowledge. Abyssal Sword Demon. Level 57. Strength 50,000. Agility 40,000. Spirit 20,000. Constitution 50,000. Skill Sword Aura. Trait Light Element Defense reduced by 50%, Dark Element Damage reduced by 50%. A high attack, high defense type of demon. If this type of demon stayed up high and attacked Lin Moi with sword aura from a distance, Lin Moi would also have a headache. But now, the curse descended, and the corpse exploded out like a hidden weapon. Who cares who you are? Just explode. Chapter 315. Today it's my turn to slaughter a city. Humans infiltrating the abyss was originally rare. In the minds of the abyssal demons, they were the only ones who invaded human territories. When did it become humans invading them? Even if humans occasionally entered the abyssal world, they would quickly become their food. And it rarely happened that someone like Lin Moi killed so many abyssal demons. After all, Lin Moi wasn't some god-level powerhouse, but just a low-level level 37 professional. Demons also had pride. Lin Moi was slapping the entire abyss in the face. The abyssal sword demons had to kill Lin Moi, they had to regain this face. Sword auras crisscrossed, and the thrown corpses were instantly shredded. Among the many demons in the abyss, the abyssal sword demons could rank in the top 10 of their level in terms of strength. Moreover, they could advance after level 70, inevitably becoming elite demons. Each one was extremely powerful. Nearly 100 abyssal sword demons came together, full of momentum. Dense sword auras cut through the heavens and the earth. For a time, sword auras were like a woven net, covering the sky. Lin Moi tried several times, but he couldn't throw the corpses out. He couldn't get close to them at all. Only the spells of the skeleton mages could still damage them. But because the distance was too far, and the abyssal sword demons were extremely agile in the air, the damage caused was also quite weak. The two sides launched an offensive against each other from a distance of several hundred meters. For a time, no one could do anything to the other. Although the attacks of the abyssal sword demons were powerful, they were far from enough to kill the undead legion. If only I had an anti-air skill. Or knew how to fly. Not having an anti-air skill and not knowing how to fly. This was Lin Moyu's biggest weakness at the moment. Some other surviving demons seemed to have noticed this and began to imitate the abyssal sword demons by launching long-range attacks. Abyssal energy turned into streaks of black light, smashing towards the undead legion. Their attacks were incomparable to the abyssal sword demons, the difference was too great. They were directly ignored by Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu's gaze was deep, and the undead legion suddenly moved. It was meaningless for both sides to stalemate like this. The entire undead legion, enduring the attacks of the abyssal sword demons, bypassed the lake and advanced in the direction from which the demons came. Since the demons were all coming from that direction, Lin Moyu wanted to go and see what was there. Lin Moyu ignored the attacks of the abyssal sword demons. Such little damage posed no threat to the undead legion at all. Seeing Lin Moyu ignore their attacks, the abyssal sword demons were stunned on the spot. Is this really a human? I feel like he's a super world boss. Are our attacks too weak? No, it's his skeletons that are too strong, we should be attacking the summoner. But he's hiding in the team, we can't attack him at all. It seems only top-tier demons can pose a threat to him. When did such a terrifying profession appear among humans? He feels even more troublesome than the legendary Earth Knight. Fortunately, he can't fly and doesn't have any anti-air skills, otherwise, it would be troublesome. They couldn't do anything to the undead legion and could only chase after it all the way. The undead legion moved at a rapid speed. In the blink of an eye, they had moved far away from the lake and entered the forest on the other side. After passing through the forest, Lin Moyu's eyes lit up slightly. He saw a huge city in the distance. Abyssal fire burned fiercely in the city, reflecting a touch of green. The pitch-black city walls, coupled with the green abyssal fire, turned the entire city into a ghastly color. From a distance, it looked like a ghost city. So, there are cities in the abyss. There was no such record in the books. What Lin Moyu had seen had exceeded the scope of the books. He couldn't see the situation in the city, but he could sense that there were a large number of demons in the city. The aura of the demons was like bright light bulbs, impossible to hide from him. The huge city gates were open, and there were demon guards stationed on the towering city walls. Lin Moyu touched the abyssal teleportation stone in his pocket and said coldly, "Today, we're playing siege warfare." In the past, it was always the demons attacking human cities. With a thought, the undead legion, like a long dragon, charged towards the city at the fastest speed. The demons in the air were dumbfounded. How dare he? This human is crazy. No human has ever attacked a city in the abyss. Even the dragon clan at their strongest never did such a thing. We've always been the ones attacking human cities, how is it the other way around now? One by one, the demons were incredulous. They had to stop Lin Moyu, but they couldn't stop him at all. They didn't dare to go down. Going down meant possible death. Not possible, but certain death. They attacked frantically in the air, and sword auras rumbled as they landed on the skeletons. But the skeletons ignored them completely. With a few casual heals from the Lich General, their efforts were erased. On the pitch-black abyssal earth, the undead legion, carrying golden light, charged towards the demon city like a golden dragon. The demon on the city wall spotted Lin Moyu. Alarm bells rang loudly in the city, and in the city center, a towering 100-meter-high demon spire stood. The demon spire was instantly activated, erupting with brilliant light. A barrier quickly formed, descending from the sky, about to envelop the city. Lin Moyu's heart stirred. Throw me over. Two skeleton warriors, one on the left and one on the right, simultaneously supported Lin Moyu's legs and exerted force at the same time. Lin Moyu's entire body shot into the barrier like a cannonball. The instant he rushed into the barrier completely landed on the ground. The undead legion failed to rush in. The abyss sword demons chasing from the air collectively braked. The barrier not only blocked the undead legion but also blocked them. Seeing Lin Moyu already inside the barrier, they all felt a chill down their spines. Because the summoner went in, was there any point in blocking the summoned beasts? This is a big trouble. A demon murmured. They all stopped attacking, knowing it was pointless. They could only watch what would happen next. Asking for fresh flowers 00. The next second, the undead legion outside the barrier collectively disappeared. Inside the barrier, white light flashed, and the undead legion collectively appeared. The abyss sword demons in the air looked uglier than the last. This slap in the face was getting heavier and heavier. The undead legion charged towards the city. Neither the city walls nor the city gates could stop them. Skeleton mages aimed their spells at the city walls, and dense attacks fell on the walls. The seemingly sturdy city walls were equally vulnerable in front of the undead legion. The barrier was the strongest defensive measure, but unfortunately, it failed to stop Lin Mo Yu. The city walls collapsed with a bang, and the undead legion advanced unimpeded. A large number of demon guards rushed over to stop them. Their levels all exceeded level 40, and some had even exceeded level 50. But when facing the ravenous undead legion, they couldn't stop them at all. It was too late when they realized this. The skeletons didn't give them another chance to fly up. The corpses obtained from the secret realm had all withered and lost their vitality. 0. But now new corpses were being born. A demon died under the blade of a skeleton warrior, and its corpse also fell into the hands of the skeleton corpse. The corners of Lin Mo Yu's mouth rose slightly. There were fresh corpses again. This expression fell into the eyes of the abyss demons outside the barrier, and their expressions changed drastically. Some demons closed their eyes. It's over. A roar sounded. The demons fighting with the skeleton warriors fell like cutting wheat. A corpse became the source, quickly transforming into more corpses. Then, explosions began to unfold in the demon city. The barrier was only about 200 meters high, while the attack range of the corpse explosion was 240 meters in radius. Even flying to the highest point couldn't avoid the explosion. Lin Mo Yu and the undead legion traveled through the city together, exploding wherever they went. The barrier trembled constantly in the explosion. The barrier's defense was indeed amazing, and it didn't collapse even after being blasted 40 or 50 times. Houses collapsed, and the city had become riddled with holes. I don't know how many demons died in the explosion. Lin Mo Yu was too lazy to count. At this time, white light flashed on his body. He leveled up. During the level up, the battle did not stop there. The explosion continued. Once, when the abyss demons attacked the human world, they committed acts of slaughter. This time, Lin Mo Yu came to the abyss world and slaughtered the city. In just over 10 minutes, the entire city was left in ruins. All the houses collapsed, and only the demon spire in the center remained. In addition, there was a teleportation array. These were all he had left in the room. He crushed the demon core, his whole body shrouded in demonic aura. He put away the undead legion, personally dragging a demon that had broken hands and feet but had not yet died, and walked into the teleportation array. He disappeared into the teleportation array. The demons outside the barrier all felt their scalps tingle. Their expressions became extremely strange. This matter was getting bigger and bigger. 0. Chapter 316. Slaughtering cities all the way, soaring killing intent. Lin Mo Yu was indeed making things bigger and bigger. Since he discovered that the demons also had cities, he wondered if there would also be teleportation arrays. So he rushed into the city regardless. Sure enough, he found a teleportation array. He was afraid that his human identity would prevent him from using the teleportation array. He deliberately left a half-dead demon and used it to activate the teleportation array. Even at the moment of teleportation, Lin Mo Yu didn't know where he would go. Was it the wilderness, a city, a dungeon entrance, or some dangerous place? He didn't recognize the abyss demon's writing. But it didn't matter. He saw that in a row of teleportation lists, some of the last few demon characters were exactly the same. Lin Mo Yu guessed that these places were likely the names of the cities. So he chose one of them and teleported over. When exclamations came to his ears and he saw black defenses, one after another. Green abyss fire floated in the air. And only a low-level demon with not strong aura. Lin Mo Yu knew he had chosen correctly. Since this is the case. The undead legion instantly appeared. The white light in his hand exploded, and the half-dead demon instantly turned into a corpse. The corpse could not be wasted, randomly aimed at a group of demons, and cast a curse of harm. Then he threw out the corpse and detonated it in the air. In the loud noise, houses collapsed, and a large number of demons died. Alarm bells rang loudly in the city, the fangs in the center of the city were activated, and the barrier came out in response. Lin Mo smiled. If the attacks came from outside the city, this approach would certainly be correct. But now the attacks clearly come from within, using this method again. Lin Mo felt like he was closing the door to beat the dog, not letting a single demon in the city escape. He felt that this defense mechanism was automated. There were no demons in the spire responsible for the barrier. Perhaps the demons had never considered that an enemy would launch an attack directly from within. So much the better. The undead legion had already rushed out. The level 38 skeleton warriors had become much stronger again. Dealing with those low-level demons below level 40 was truly like chopping melons and vegetables, one with each strike. Even when encountering level 40 high-level demons, one skill burst would end it. If that didn't work, a few more strikes would finish them off. The city was filled with the figures of skeleton warriors. Demons flew up, wanting to escape, but were blocked by their own barrier, unable to get out. Skeleton mages were like shooting birds, blasting all the flying demons down. And then there was Lin Mo, detonating corpses along the way. The entire city instantly fell into a huge disaster. The abyss had been peaceful for too long. Demons had always bullied and attacked others, when had they ever been attacked? Their reaction speed was far inferior to that of the human race's army. Now the only passage to escape was the teleportation array. But the only teleportation array was firmly occupied by the Lich General and the Skeleton Mage. Lin Mo didn't plan to let a single one go, he wanted to kill them thoroughly. Slaughter the city of demons, he wouldn't be soft-hearted at all. In this city of demons, there were also many high-level demons. They quickly formed a team and rushed straight towards Lin Mo. These demons were all around level 60, and their strength was not bad. If they were in the wild, using ranged attacks, they might have been able to cause Lin Mo some trouble. At least their lives would be safe. But in the city, under the cover of the barrier, Lin Mo had long prepared a large number of fresh corpses for them. They could only become Lin Mo's new weapons with unwillingness. Slaughter the city, regardless of your level, kill them all. At this moment, there was no kindness in Lin Mo's heart, only shocking killing intent. What he thought of was the various evil deeds committed by the demons of the abyss when they slaughtered cities in the human world back then. At that time, human whales were everywhere, and countless people were killed and injured. Moreover, the demons of the abyss also ate people, truly leaving no corpses behind. Lin Mo at least didn't eat people, and the undead legion didn't eat people either. This alone was already much better than the demons of the abyss. Half an hour later, the entire city of demons was already empty of demons. This time, Lin Mo didn't even spare the demon spires, destroying them directly. Then, carrying a demon that had been crippled, he stepped into the teleportation array. Slaughtering the city was just the beginning. Demons also have their own means of communication. Lin Mo slaughtered 2 cities in a row, and the news spread. The entire abyss world began to boil. Someone from the human race was actually slaughtering cities in the abyss world, and even slaughtered 2 cities in a row. Unacceptable, unbearable. The closest demon royal city to Lin Mo's location erupted with a powerful aura. Demon royal cities are cities directly controlled by the Demon King. Although the Demon Kings all live in their own palaces, they will always have clones in the demon royal cities, controlling the entire Demon King city. At the same time, they also rule over the other cities within their territory. Orders were passed out one after another. The demons began to act. Lin Mo had already entered the 3rd city. Familiar appearance, familiar taste, familiar barrier, familiar demons. Explosions resounded in the 3rd demon city. Lin Mo became more and more skilled. This time, it took even less than half an hour, and the entire city of demons was cleared again. The killing intent on Lin Mo's body was even more intense, like soaring wolf smoke, almost turning into substance. The month of precipitation in the Genesis Academy's data room had completely disappeared at this moment. His body glowed with white light. Slaughtering 2 cities in a row, he leveled up again. Finally reaching level 39, his strength increased again. With cold eyes, Lin Mo activated the teleportation array. It's changed. The teleportation array had changed, the original list disappeared. Now there was only one place left to go. Lin Mo couldn't understand the demons' writing, but he knew that there must be danger there. After so long, the demons should have reacted. Now they must have prepared a net, just waiting for him to drill through. Should he go, or should he not? Without much consideration, Lin Mo touched the abyss teleportation stone. Go. Lin Mo had an extra corpse in his hand, a high-level demon corpse with a level of 60. The teleportation distance was slightly longer. It took a full 20 seconds to end. As soon as his feet landed, he felt a sinking feeling all over his body, and a huge force descended from the sky, turning into a huge fist falling down, as if to crush Lin Mo into pieces. The bone armor was extremely bright, making cracking sounds. After persisting for 2 seconds, it exploded with a bang. The fist, with its remaining force, slammed heavily on Lin Mo's body. Lin Mo had just regained his vision, and the stagnation brought by the teleportation had just disappeared. The sudden attack shattered the bone armor. The remaining power was still very large, and the undead legion in the summoning space was damaged. The next second, Lin Mo released the undead legion, and at the same time replenished his bone armor. As soon as the undead legion appeared, they began to heal quickly. 17 Lich generals simultaneously healed the entire army. The skeletons recovered quickly, and in a blink of an eye, they had completely recovered. Lin Mo Yu took a deep breath. This punch was too strong. Fortunately, there was a connection with the summoned life, otherwise it would have taken thousands of skeletons to withstand it. Huh, you actually withstood this king's punch. A thick voice rumbled. Lin Mo Yu saw a huge figure standing in the void. His whole body exuded a terrifying aura. Demon King. It had a pair of bull horns on its head, like a minotaur. Except it had 2 pairs of wings on its back. Lin Mo Yu quickly found the other party's identity in his mind. He had seen the description of this Demon King in a book. 4-winged barbarian bull king. Once the most ordinary barbarian bull demon, it later evolved into a 4-winged barbarian bull by chance. Then it leveled up all the way, eventually becoming a demon king. However, its strength ranked relatively low among the many demon kings in the abyss. But no matter how low, it was still a demon king. Exceeding level 90, equivalent to the existence of a divine level powerhouse in the human race. Lin Mo Yu felt a slight bitterness in his heart. He didn't expect the Demon King to personally take action. He was really a bit arrogant. But the next second, 3.0, he realized something was wrong. If the Demon King was here in person, he should have died from that punch just now. This was just a Demon King clone. Demon King clones were always stationed in the Devil King City. It seemed he had come to the Devil King City. The Demon King restricted the teleportation array, opened a big pocket, waiting for him to jump in voluntarily. And he just jumped in. His eyes swept over, seeing a large number of high-level demons. Each of these demons was above level 60, and the leaders were even several top demons above level 70. Nearly 1,000 demons above level 60 surrounded him. Human, what is your name? Clearly only level 39, how could you possibly slaughter a city? And you can take a punch from this king and not die. Who exactly are you? Why are you hiding your level? The 4-winged barbarian bull king's voice was like thunder, and a strong wind blew when he spoke. Lin Mo Yu looked at him, silently. Since it was just a clone, then there was still a chance. If he was in the wild, he would only have to escape. But now he was in the city, surrounded by enough demons. Perhaps he could try to fight. The back of his hand began to heat up slightly. Chapter 317. Sometimes the toxic star ring is more terrifying than corpse explosion. The 4-winged barbarian bull king saw that Lin Mo Yu did not speak. A dull voice sounded again. No matter who you are, being able to take a punch from this king and not die is enough to be proud of. After you die, this king will erect a monument for you, as a sign of respect. This guy talks a bit too much. He's already had a tombstone erected once, and you want to erect a second one. Erect your sister. Lin Mo Yu snorted coldly, and the strong soldier skill was instantly activated. In an instant, the undead army reached its strongest state, and Lin Mo Yu himself also reached his strongest state. Skill. Damage Curse. The curse skill was released in response. At the same time, the half-dead demon that brought him here died in response. Along with the brought corpses, 2 corpses were thrown out by the skeletons at the same time. The target was not the 4-winged barbarian bull king. Lin Mo Yu was not arrogant enough to rely on 2 corpses to kill the demon king, even if it was just a clone. But under the strong soldier skill, the power of corpse explosion was increased by 500% again. And this 500% damage was not a simple addition, but a multiplication. In front of this king, you dare to attack. The 4-winged barbarian bull king threw out his fists together. A pair of huge bull fists appeared in the void, smashing towards Lin Mo Yu like the sky was falling. At the same time, those high-level demons also pounced on the undead army. Lin Moyu ignored the huge bull fists and directly detonated the two corpses. With two loud booms, the high-level demons within the explosion range were instantly killed, and corpses fell like raindrops. A leading top demon retreated violently. It was also injured by the explosion, and black blood spurted out continuously. Under the strong soldier skill, the power of Corpse Explosion 28 was terrifying to an alarming degree. At the same time as the corpse exploded, the bull fist slammed heavily on Lin Moyu again. The power was even greater than before. The bone armor shattered in response. The skeletons of the undead army were injured at the same time, but the Lich General healed them in time, and they were completely healed almost instantly. "Ha!" The four-winged barbarian Bull King exclaimed in surprise again. He didn't die from the previous punch, and he didn't expect it to be the same now. The power of this punch was much greater than before. Lin Moyu didn't care about these. The first wave of explosions killed a group of high-level demons. The skeleton warriors quickly picked up the corpses and continued to throw them at other high-level demons. At the same time, the skeleton warriors burst out with skills, and their broadswords slashed at the high-level demons with terrifying red light. The skeleton mages' skills also erupted in an instant, almost submerging the demons. How strong the undead were in the strong soldier state was undoubtedly displayed at this moment. The skeletons fought the high-level demons with a tyrannical posture, causing them to scream. Even these high-level demons above level 60 could not withstand the skeletons' attacks. Only top demons could handle it with ease, repelling the skeletons. But it was a daydream to kill the skeletons with just a few top demons, with the summon life connection and the Lich General. The corpse flew to the top of their heads and exploded with a bang. Another group of high-level demons were killed. The whole process happened in a flash, less than half a second before and after. Lin Moyu's movements were too fast. He endured the attack while launching a fierce counterattack. The four-winged barbarian Bull King roared heavily, making a bull cry. A beam of light shot out from the 200-meter-high demon spire in the royal city, instantly forming a magic circle in the air. Lin Moyu had seen the magic circle in the air several times. Summoning seal. The instant the magic array formed, Lin Mo flicked his finger, and a pure white light emerged from his body. Skill. Blessing of Light. Lin Mo was enveloped in white light, no longer affected by any negative status effects. Including the summoning seal, it could not affect him. Blessing of Light also filled the last gap in the skeletal armor, making Lin Mo's defense system perfect. Taking advantage of this, Lin Mo detonated several more demon corpses. Amidst the booming sounds, another batch of high-level demons were blasted apart. How is it possible for the summoning seal to be ineffective? What level are you really? There's no way you're only level 39. The four-winged Minotaur King roared in anger, letting out a bovine bellow. Die. It descended from the sky, attacking Lin Mo once again. Dangerous glimmers flashed in Lin Mo's eyes. He was waiting for the four-winged Minotaur King to come down. If it didn't come down, he wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. But now that it was down, Lin Mo completely ignored the attacks launched by the four-winged Minotaur King. With a thought, in an instant, hundreds of corpses were thrown towards him. Moreover, each one was the corpse of a high-level demon above level 60. From the start of the battle until now, only 3 seconds had passed. Within 3 seconds, more than half of the demon team brought by the four-winged Minotaur King had been killed or wounded. The four-winged Minotaur King punched like lightning, almost dozens of punches every second. Although the power was not as great as before, the quantity was too high. The skeletal armor also shattered after only 1 second. Then all the damage was transferred to the Undead Legion, to be borne by all members of the Undead Legion together. The Lich General continuously cast healing spells, healing the skeletons. As long as the skeletons didn't die, Lin Mo would be fine. Lin Mo did not replenish the skeletal armor. It was meaningless, and there was no time. The corpses had already flown to his side. This was Lin Mo's most powerful weapon. Surpassing soul flames, surpassing skeletal fangs. Lin Mo endured the lightning-like attacks of the four-winged Minotaur King and detonated the corpses. One after another, the speed was extremely fast. The four-winged Minotaur King groaned constantly from the explosions. It also gritted its teeth and attacked Lin Mo. The stance was to see who died first. As a dignified demon king, it didn't believe it couldn't outlast a human. Even its clone should be better than a human class changer who had not reached the god level. But now, it had landed at least a few hundred punches on Lin Mo, each punch hitting flesh. But Lin Mo didn't even groan, as if he felt nothing. On the contrary, Lin Mo's skills made it scream incessantly. With the stubbornness of a minotaur, it insisted on fighting Lin Mo to the death. How could it have imagined that Lin Mo himself possessed 50% physical immunity? Coupled with the passive skill physical resistance, amplified 40 times by his talent. Lin Mo had an 8x damage reduction against all physical attacks. 80,000 attack power, in the end, could only cause 10,000 damage. This 10,000 had to be shared by all members of the Undead Legion. The Lich General's healing speed was fast and effective, it was indeed not easy to kill Lin Mo. In Lin Mo's opinion, the threat posed by the clone of the four-winged Minotaur King was not even as great as that of the top succubus he encountered in the ancient battlefield. Even the strongest attack of the ancient Luan bird was more terrifying than it. With a large number of corpses being detonated, the four-winged Minotaur King's injuries became more and more serious, and its punches became weaker and weaker. Finally, after persisting for more than 10 seconds, it was blasted into ashes. Of course, it was just a clone. At the moment the clone died, a terrifying aura rose from afar. Lin Mo was shocked, the Demon King's main body was coming. The aura rapidly approached Demon King City. At this speed, it would arrive in at most 1 minute. Lin Mo had an idea, a skeleton warrior hugged him and rushed towards the center of the royal city. All the skeleton warriors abandoned their opponents, picked up corpses, and followed Lin Mo to the center of the royal city. They threw the corpses out, and Lin Mo continuously detonated them. Throughout the royal city, screams were endless. Houses collapsed, and the demons inside were blasted to death on the spot. In addition to the explosions, Lin Mo tapped his fingers continuously. The red light of the damage curse flashed continuously, 117 damage curses, even hiding in houses could not escape. Poison star rings exploded one after another. The strong soldier state still had a few seconds left. The poison star rings cast in the strong soldier state were amazingly powerful. In just a few seconds, most of the royal city was enveloped in a poisonous aura. A large number of demons were poisoned, each second enduring damage equivalent to hundreds of thousands of strength attacks. This would continue for a full 15-60 seconds. Few demons could withstand it. Using the last time of the strong soldier skill, Lin Mo brought poison to Demon King City. Before the Demon King arrived, he detonated a large number of corpses again. Demons were constantly being poisoned to death. Lin Mo was slightly horrified to discover that the killing power of the poison star ring, in some ways, was even more terrifying than the corpse explosions. Especially with the double blessing of curse and strong soldier, the duration was so long and the range so large. It was simply a group-killing weapon. The main body of the four-winged Minotaur King finally arrived. The terrifying aura oppressed the entire city. At this time, the entire royal city was unrecognizable, with corpses everywhere. At least tens of thousands of demons had died on the spot. I want you to die. The four-winged Minotaur King completely lost his mind. A terrifying aura rose, forming a Minotaur hundreds of meters large in the air. Skill: Minotaur Charge. The Minotaur charged towards Lin Mo with thunder. Lin Mo smiled, he didn't want to fight a Demon King, that would simply be courting death. The Abyss Teleport Stone in his hand activated. Lin Mo's entire body shattered and disappeared like a bubble. The Minotaur landed on the ground, the earth collapsed, the already unrecognizable Demon King City was now even worse, collapsing completely. In the White God courtyard, Meng Anwen said softly, that Lin kid is back, eh? Immediately afterward, murderous intent soared to the sky, stirring up wind and clouds. Meng Anwen opened his eyes and exchanged a look with Bai Yiyuan. Both of them had a hint of shock in their eyes. Lin Mo went to the Abyss world for only half a day, so how could he have such terrifying killing intent? Bai Yiyuan's eyes gleamed, in his eyes, Lin Mo was surrounded by a thick killing aura. This was the aura accumulated after slaughtering countless lives. Previously, after Lin Mo single-handedly eliminated the Wyvern Legion, the killing intent on his body was already strong enough. But compared to now, it was simply insignificant, not worth mentioning. If an ordinary low-level professional stood in front of Lin Mo, they probably wouldn't even be able to stand still under the impact of his killing intent. Lin Mo returned to the courtyard and respectfully saluted Bai Yiyuan and Meng Anwen, "Teacher, Senior Meng, I'm back." His attitude remained the same, but the coldness in his eyes was completely different from before. Bai Yiyuan asked, "What did you do in the Abyss?" Lin Mo wasn't surprised that Bai Yiyuan knew he had gone to the Abyss. Meng Anwen was too mysterious. In Lin Mo's mind, he was almost omnipotent. Lin Mo recounted what he had done in the abyss. Even Meng Anwen, who was usually calm, showed a change in expression. Bai Yiyuan couldn't help but exclaim, "You killed the four-winged Minotaur King's clone." Lin Mo nodded, "I killed it relying on the origin rune, newly awakened talent, and a large number of corpses. But that's also because it didn't escape. If it wanted to escape, I couldn't stop it." Bai Yiyuan said, "That guy has a bull's brain, not very bright, only knows how to fight desperately and doesn't know how to escape." Bai Yiyuan had dealt with the four-winged Minotaur King before and knew what the other party was like. He was indeed stubborn and not very intelligent. Meng Anwen carefully looked at Lin Mo and said softly, "You've created a precedent. It's always been the abyss that comes to slaughter cities and kill people. I didn't expect you to go to the abyss to carry out a city slaughter. The killing intent is too strong. Not good, the heart is not at peace." Bai Yiyuan nodded, "Lin boy, how far are you from level 40? Lin Mo checked, still 55% of the experience away. Lin Mo had already reached level 39 after slaughtering the third demon city. In the end, in the Demon King city, although it was only less than 2 minutes. But he killed a lot of high-level demons, and also killed a Demon King clone. And the final damage from the poisonous star ring still brought Lin Mo about 45% of the experience. Bai Yiyuan pondered, "Don't go to dungeons for now, and don't level up, your current state is not suitable for job transfer. I won half." Lin Mo nodded, he had already realized that his current state was not right. He was clear in his mind, but he couldn't suppress it. Now he had the urge to kill people at every turn. He couldn't wait to rush into the abyss world again, or go to the dragon world, to slaughter and kill. His body was rolling with killing intent, and his eyes were extremely cold, completely different from before. Killing demons and dragons was completely different from killing monsters in dungeons. Killing more monsters wouldn't accumulate killing intent. A phantom of the divine summer pagoda appeared in Meng Anwen's hand, and then a light shot out and enveloped Lin Mo. Under the shroud of light, Lin Mo felt that his heart seemed to calm down a bit. The killing intent subsided a lot, and the killing aura on his body no longer rolled. Lin Mo felt his head clear a lot. "Thank you, Senior Meng." Meng Anwen said, "You stayed in the Genesis Academy, in the archives, for nearly a month, read hundreds of books, to let your heart settle down, but unfortunately it didn't settle down completely." Lin Mo asked, "Does Senior Meng mean that I should continue to read books?" Meng Anwen shook his head, "It's useless to read now." He gave Bai Yiyuan a look, and Bai Yiyuan understood. "Go back and rest for a few days, don't think about anything, don't do anything, I'll come to you in 2 days." Lin Mo nodded, "Okay, then the student will take his leave first." After Lin Mo left, Bai Yiyuan's face was a little strange. "Old Meng, you really want me to go to him?" Bai Yiyuan said in a low voice. Meng Anwen revealed a strange smile, "What? Can't you put down so much face for your student?" Bai Yiyuan shook his head, "It's not about that, it's just that it's really not good." Meng Anwen chuckled, "Anyway, I've already given you the idea, you can decide whether it's good or not yourself. I'm going to continue investigating that matter, I already have some clues, consider it yourself." Bai Yiyuan's face changed slightly, "Are you sure who it is?" Meng Anwen nodded, "Soon, these bugs can't escape." In Sha Jing Academy, Lin Mo went to the library. Although Meng Anwen said that it's not very useful to read books now, Lin Mo still wanted to try again. With Meng Anwen's help, Lin Mo's killing intent had subsided a lot at this time. It's just that the whole person was still a bit cold. His eyes were truly frightening. As he walked, the temperature in the vicinity would drop. Some passing students felt the strangeness. The library was very quiet, and some students were reading carefully, looking for information. A quiet, peaceful atmosphere enveloped the entire library. As soon as he entered the library, Lin Mo saw Shu Han at first glance. "She's also here." Shu Han also saw Lin Mo, revealing an elegant and gentle smile. "Student Lin Mo, long time no see." Counting it, the two hadn't seen each other for a while. Lin Mo squeezed out a smile, "Long time no see." As soon as Shu Han approached Lin Mo, her beautiful eyebrows furrowed slightly, feeling something was wrong. "What's wrong with you?" Lin Mo shook his head, "It's okay, can you help me find some books?" Shu Han looked Lin Mo up and down. She realized that Lin Mo must have a problem, but she couldn't say what the problem was. But her face was still full of a gentle smile. "Okay, what kind of books are you looking for?" Lin Mo said, Something heartwarming, not about fighting and killing. Knowing where his problem was, he was also looking for ways to solve it. Shu Han thought for a while, heartwarming and not about fighting and killing, then it can't be biographies of some big figures, nor can it be history, let alone anything related to the abyss. The history of the human race is a history of war, and the biographies of big figures inevitably interspersed with a lot of war. It's even worse if it's related to the abyss. Thinking about it, there were only some interesting little stories, also known as miscellaneous books. These books have no meaning for the development of the human race, but they were also included, occasionally for relaxation. Shu Han helped Lin Mo find a batch of such books. Lin Mo started reading, one little story after another, interesting, simple. Gradually, Lin Mo's mind calmed down. A gust of wind blew past, and a skeleton appeared beside Lin Mo. The skeleton only appeared for a moment, then disappeared again. Lin Mo summoned skeletons while reading, replenishing the undead legion. He had done the same thing in Genesis Academy, familiar with the way. Shu Han looked at Lin Mo for a while before turning and leaving. Leaving the library, Shu Han activated the teleportation stone and disappeared into the academy. The courtyard was filled with the fragrance of medicine, and a single breath was invigorating. Summer Capital Academy, School of Pharmacy, this was a paradise for pharmacists. Although not a combat-oriented profession, the status of pharmacists was not low. The status of the School of Pharmacy was second only to the three top academies. Shu Han entered the courtyard and walked to the back Jiao Dahao of the courtyard, arriving at a separate small house, and went straight in. A diaresis, brother. The middle-aged man in the house was preparing medicine, and a seven-colored glow flickered in his hand, brilliant and beautiful. The light entered the medicine bottle as if it had life, and the medicine in the bottle also sparkled. This was a skill belonging to pharmacists. The middle-aged man didn't stop preparing the medicine. Han, wait a moment, brother will be done soon. Shu Han came to the table and sat down elegantly, waiting quietly. After a few minutes, with a brilliant light flashing, the middle-aged man finished preparing the medicine in his hand. Looking at the medicine in the bottle flashing with seven-colored light, the middle-aged man breathed a long sigh of relief, finally succeeded. Shu Han smiled slightly, brother, I have something I want to ask. Ask away, why be polite with your brother? The middle-aged man's eyes were full of doting, and his attitude was extremely good. Shu Han told him about meeting Lin Moyu today. Brother, do you think something happened to Lin Moyu? The middle-aged man couldn't help but frowned. Just listening to you, it's hard to judge, I have to see it to know. Shu Han immediately pulled him, then come and take a look with me. Chapter 319, Confused Thoughts, Intense Killing Intent. The middle-aged man was pulled out of the School of Pharmacy by Shu Han and went to the library. He had no way to deal with this younger sister of his. Grand Pharmacist Shu, why are you out today? Have you researched any new medicines recently? It's rare for the Grand Pharmacist to have time to take a walk in the academy today. Many people greeted him along the way. Some were old students who knew him, and some were teachers in the academy. Shu Han's older brother was called Shu Shouju, the second pharmacist of the School of Pharmacy, a genius pharmacist. He was already level 75, not young, and extremely doted on his younger sister, Shu Han. Everyone who knew him knew that this guy was a sis-con. Lin Moyu had taken many fatigue potions, which were developed by him. Later, they were included in the military supplies by the army and were not sold to the public. Shu Han pulled him to the outside of the library, and through the transparent glass, she saw Lin Moyu who was seriously reading. The moment he saw Lin Moyu, Shu Shouju frowned. This person has such heavy killing intent, Shu Shouju said in a deep voice. Shu Han looked puzzled. Is it because he farmed too many dungeons? Shu Shouju laughed dumbly. Silly girl, have you ever seen anyone who farmed too many dungeons and developed killing intent? Indeed, she hadn't seen it before. There were so many locals in the dungeon hall who farmed all day long, but she hadn't seen anyone with such an aura. Shu Shouju's eyes darkened slightly. He should have killed too many demons and dragons. It's hard to imagine that he's only level 39, but he can kill to such an extent. If he can't control his killing intent, it won't be good for his future development. Shu Han was a little worried. Brother, do you have a way? Shu Shouju could see that Shu Han seemed to care about this classmate. Controlling killing intent mainly depends on oneself. External forces can't help much. I have some calming potions here, which might be useful. You can take them to him. But this is only a temporary solution, not a permanent cure. As he spoke, Shu Shouju took out a box, and 20 bottles of potions were neatly placed in the box. Shu Han said happily, "Thank you, brother." Shu Shouju touched her head, "All right, then brother will leave, I won't disturb your alone time." Shu Han's pretty face turned red. "Brother, what are you talking nonsense about? He's just my friend." Shu Shouju laughed, "Yes, yes, yes, friends, brother knows." After speaking, his figure disappeared, and he had already teleported back to the School of Pharmacy. Shu Han stomped her foot, holding the potion, and walked into the library. Lin Moyu raised his head and saw the beautiful and elegant Shu Han. "Senior, is there anything I can do for you?" Lin Moyu's condition was a little better than before, but only a little. Meng Anwen was right, reading books alone was no longer effective. Images of the city being slaughtered in the abyss would appear in Lin Moyu's mind from time to time. He had an urge to destroy the abyss and exterminate the demons. The killing intent seemed to be eroding his sanity and affecting his thinking. Shu Han sat opposite Lin Moyu and pushed the potion box in her hand over. "This is a potion that can calm the mind, you can try it." Lin Moyu took out a bottle, a transparent bottle containing a light blue potion. It looked like the blue of the ocean, and Lin Moyu even faintly heard the sound of the waves. A breeze blew through his fingertips. Calming potion. Calms the mind, suppresses distracting thoughts, can help practitioners enter a meditative state faster, and can also be used when affected by illusions, with the effect of dispelling illusions. It was a good thing. He opened a bottle of potion and drank it down. The potion quickly took effect, and a cool feeling spread throughout his body. As he felt before, Lin Moyu felt as if he was on the beach, hearing the waves crashing on the shore. Sound after sound, rhythmic, and his heart suddenly calmed down. Shu Han's eyes were fixed on Lin Moyu, without blinking. She saw the coldness in Lin Moyu's eyes gradually receding, and the gentleness of the past reappeared. She breathed a sigh of relief. "That's great, the potion is effective." At this time, Lin Moyu's thoughts also became clear, and the thoughts of fighting and killing became weaker and weaker, although they had not completely disappeared, and would still pop up from time to time. But it no longer had an impact on his thinking. "Thank you." Lin Moyu sincerely thanked her. This potion was very magical. Shu Han smiled and narrowed her eyes. "You're welcome, it's good to be able to help you. My brother said that killing intent still depends on yourself in the end, the effect of external forces is not great, and the calming potion can only play a relieving role." Lin Moyu nodded. "Yes, I know." Shu Han rolled her eyes. "Can you tell me, what exactly happened? It might be better to say it." "Okay." Lin Moyu put the book back. Reading was useless, and he didn't need to read anymore. The library was extremely quiet, and it was not a place to talk. The two walked in the academy, and Lin Moyu talked about what happened in the abyss world. Shu Han listened, her eyes gradually widened. Her small mouth was slightly open, and she never closed it again. Her shocked expression revealed a bit of cuteness. Lin Moyu just finished telling the story, and didn't think about the details of the whole process. He couldn't afford to dwell on it, or the killing intent would surge again. With the help of the tranquility potion, he realized he had a significant problem. It was akin to a difficult trial. Failing to overcome it would lead to future troubles. Suppression was futile. He needed to digest and absorb it, preventing it from influencing his thoughts in the slightest. The key was how to digest, absorb, and process it. Lin Moyu was at a loss. This time, Lin Moyu spoke more than he ever had before. In truth, it didn't offer substantial help for the problem he was facing. However, Lin Moyu was still grateful to Shu Han. At the very least, the tranquility potion wasn't a simple potion. Like the fatigue potion before it, it was an extremely rare item. "This is for you." Lin Moyu took out a piece of earth crystal and a piece of light crystal, handing them to Shu Han. Shu Han accepted them without hesitation, smiling as he said, "I've made a profit." Lin Moyu smiled slightly, ceasing to speak. He had said enough for one day. After bidding farewell to Shu Han, Lin Moyu turned and entered the skill training hall. He was already level 39 and could command 19 undead legions. He needed a significant amount of time to summon them. In the skill training hall, Lin Moyu summoned skeletons repeatedly, then meditated to recover his spirit, continuing the cycle. With the help of the tranquility potion, Lin Moyu could meditate and cultivate normally. However, as the effects of the tranquility potion waned, Lin Moyu found himself unable to meditate. As soon as he meditated, a flood of bloody memories would rush into his mind, preventing his thoughts from settling. Left with no choice, he could only continue to consume tranquility potions. Each bottle of tranquility potion only lasted for 12 hours. Shu Han was right, it was merely a temporary solution. While training his skills, Lin Moyu also pondered solutions, but none seemed effective. 2 days later, the undead legions were replenished. 19 undead legions, 7,410 skeletons. This was his limit before his second job change. Lin Moyu was anticipating his upcoming second job change. A sublimation of his class, an attempt to awaken new talents. Skill evolution and transformation, what would they ultimately become? Everything was unknown, making it all the more exciting. Leaving the training hall, he saw the light once more. It was now winter, and snowflakes were falling outside the training hall. They fell gently, covering the ground and landing on his face, bringing a hint of coolness. It's snowing. Lin Moyu saw the earth covered in silver makeup, becoming very clean and pure. It was as if all the filth had disappeared. Originally a beautiful scene, it suddenly reminded him of demons again. If all the demons were dead, would the world become cleaner? As this thought arose, his killing intent surged. Lin Moyu immediately realized something was wrong and quickly took out another tranquility potion and drank it. After a moment, the killing intent gradually subsided. Lin Moyu took a deep breath, things were becoming troublesome. The communicator rang. Come over here. It was a message from Bai Yi Yuan. Lin Moyu did not hesitate and teleported directly over. Chapter 320. Audacious and unruly, attacking a god-level expert. On a yellow land resembling a desert. Everywhere reeked of blood. Here, killing intent roiled, even affecting the celestial phenomena. All flowing clouds would be dispersed by the killing intent as they passed through. Lin Moyu, arriving here, almost lost control of his own killing intent, barely managing to suppress it. Bai Yi Yuan looked at the tranquility potion in Lin Moyu's hand. This potion was also given to you by that girl, the same one as the fatigue potion. Lin Moyu nodded, yes. Bai Yi Yuan chuckled, not continuing the topic, and said, do you know where this is? Lin Moyu shook his head. The teleportation had been very long, he must have already left the Divine Sha Empire. He couldn't match the place before him with any part of the human world's map. Bai Yi Yuan led him forward, walking and saying, don't bother thinking, this place doesn't exist on the human race's map. It's not in the human race, not in the abyss, not in the dragon race. Like the meta battlefield and the primordial battlefield, it's an independent space. This place is called the Land of Bloodshed. Land of Bloodshed, a very fitting name. The air was filled with the smell of blood. The yellow earth, if you looked closely, you could see that it was actually the color of dried and weathered blood. Bai Yi Yuan walked quickly, and Lin Moyu had to do his best to keep up. The gale roared towards them. Gusts of bloody smell poured into his mouth. Lin Moyu didn't know what kind of person would want to live in such a place. Bai Yi Yuan saw Lin Moyu's question and said with a hint of disdain, a bloodthirsty old monster lives here. Bullshit. Bai Yi Yuan, you can't say anything good. A loud voice rang out, and a blade appeared in the air. The giant blade unleashed a 100-meter blade light, falling overwhelmingly. It was as if it would destroy the heavens and the earth, even more powerful than the four-winged man bull king. Under the blade light, the earth cracked and the world shook violently. Bai Yi Yuan roared, old monster, how dare you hurt my disciple, I'll tear your bones apart. Bai Yi Yuan rose into the sky, meeting the blade light. A pair of divine fists clashed with the blade light, exploding with brilliant light. Terrifying energy burst in the air and rushed in all directions. The bone armor shone brightly, shattering after holding on for 2 seconds. The undead legions were injured one after another. Lin Moyu was horrified, just the aftershock was comparable to the four-winged man bull king's clone. Was this the strength of a god-level expert? Lin Moyu realized that he completely didn't understand how strong god-level experts were. Bai Yi Yuan's strength was completely incomparable to the four-winged man bull king. It was estimated that it wouldn't take much effort for Bai Yi Yuan to kill the four-winged man bull king. No wonder Bai Yi Yuan's words were full of disdain when he mentioned the four-winged man bull king earlier. The difference was indeed very large. The blade light erupted again, with such force that it seemed intent on slaying Bai Yi Yuan. What deep-seated hatred was this, to immediately engage in a life-or-death battle upon meeting? Bai Yi Yuan roared, are you crazy? A pair of gauntlets appeared in his hands. Bai Bai Yiyuan had already brought out his weapons. The two sides exchanged blows in midair. A massive shockwave constantly assaulted them, and Lin Muyu was affected. The skeletal armor was constantly shattered by the aftershocks, and Lin Muyu had no choice but to continuously refresh his skeletal armor. The undead legion appeared densely packed. If they remained in the summoning space any longer, they wouldn't last much longer. Only by going outside and receiving treatment from the Lich General could they survive. Seeing that Lin Muyu was alright, Bai Yiyuan felt relieved and counterattacked even more fiercely. A pair of divine fists continuously smashed against the giant blade. His fists were like phantoms, capable of delivering at least hundreds of blows per second. Lin Muyu was completely dazzled. With this level of attack, he would probably be instantly pulverized. Furthermore, Bai Yiyuan hadn't even used any skills, just ordinary attacks. The shockwaves had become visible to the naked eye, spreading out in circles. The earth rumbled, and space trembled. The battle blade was beaten back by Bai Yiyuan, finally flying back. A figure rushed from the distant sky, traversing thousands of meters in the blink of an eye, and grasped the battle blade. The battle blade shone brightly, and 1,000-meter blade light tore through the heavens and earth. Truly earth-shattering, the blade light carried a thick killing intent, sweeping across the heavens and earth. The entire space changed, and the stench of blood soared to the sky. Kill. Lin Muyu's originally barely maintained stability of killing intent was instantly stirred, and his body similarly surged with killing intent. His eyes were full of murderous intent. A visible wave of murderous aura soared into the sky. At this moment, Lin Muyu lost his last bit of composure. Bai Yiyuan roared, "You madman, I shouldn't have come looking for you, you bastard." He naturally saw that Lin Muyu's condition was very bad at this time. Light flashed on the back of Lin Muyu's hand. The strong soldier skill was activated. His right hand pointed out, skill, curse of damage. Flames flickered in his left hand, skill, soul flame. Regardless of who came, whether they were a god-level powerhouse. In Lin Muyu's eyes at this moment, they were enemies. Since they were enemies, then kill. The curse and soul flame erupted simultaneously, and the skeleton mage's skills were thrown out overwhelmingly. Regardless of whether the power was great or not, even Bai Yiyuan was startled by the momentum and scale. Lin Muyu, a mere level 39, was not taken seriously by the other party at all. Curse. The man sneered, his killing intent soaring to the sky, and the effect of the curse was greatly weakened. A bit of firelight landed on his head, and his whole body trembled, letting out a muffled groan. The soaring killing intent instantly weakened a lot. Pain. It really hurt. The pain from the soul level made him very uncomfortable. Immediately afterwards, a green halo exploded beside him. Skill. Poisonous star ring. His body was instantly dyed with a layer of green. He even knows how to use poison. The man was even more curious about Lin Muyu. He looked at Lin Muyu, casually waving his large blade, instantly extinguishing all of the skeleton mage's spell attacks. This level of attack was useless to him. Bai Yiyuan returned to Lin Muyu's side at this time, patting Lin Muyu on the shoulder with one hand, "Wake up." With an angry roar, the murderous intent in Lin Muyu's eyes dissipated slightly. Asking for flowers. His consciousness returned, and he quickly took out a bottle of calming potion and drank it. Under the effect of the calming potion, Lin Muyu's eyes gradually regained clarity. The previous memories were very clear, and Lin Muyu didn't expect that he would dare to attack a god-level powerhouse. Being controlled by killing intent was a very uncomfortable feeling. Teacher. Bai Yiyuan didn't say anything, patting him on the shoulder, "Put them away." Lin Muyu hummed and put away the undead legion. Bai Yiyuan raised his head and called out, "Old monster, you've already fought, come down." The man flew down with a sullen face and a hint of green. The damage of the poisonous star ring continued, with each second being equivalent to hundreds of thousands of power attacks. As he fell, a halo exploded on his body. The curse and poisonous star ring were dispelled at the same time. After landing, he stared at Lin Muyu with a low gaze, "This is your student." Bai Yiyuan revealed a proud look, "My disciple, how is he? Not bad, right? 0, he said in a deep voice, "Not bad, a mere level 39, daring to attack a god-level powerhouse. I'm afraid he doesn't know how to write the word, death." "What nonsense are you talking about? Can't you see what just happened?" Bai Yiyuan snorted. The two men were at loggerheads, not giving each other any face. Bai Yiyuan said to Lin Moyu, "This guy is called Yan Kuangsheng, his profession is God Warrior, level 95. Lin Moyu was in awe. He had seen Yan Kuangsheng in books, with detailed records of the large and small battles Yan Kuangsheng had experienced. He was a figure of the same level as Bai Yiyuan, who supported an era for the human race. Yan Kuangsheng's most classic battle was facing 3 Abyss Demon Kings alone. He killed one and led to escape. And he himself was unscathed. Later, for some reason, Yan Kuangsheng disappeared, and it turned out that he was living in seclusion here. Lin Moyu has met Senior Yan. Lin Moyu's attitude was respectful towards the human race's senior. Such figures are worthy of respect. Yan Kuangsheng gave a faint hum. "What are you bringing him here for?" Bai Yiyuan said, "Can't you see? The little guy has killed too many demons, and now he's being eroded by killing intent. I'm looking for you to help out." Yan Kuangsheng's face changed. "You're eyeing my treasure. I see that you're not only spouting nonsense, but you're also daydreaming." Bai Yiyuan said, "Hey, it's just a thing, it's useless for you to keep it. Besides, if the younger generation of the human race is in trouble, shouldn't you, as a senior, step forward righteously?" Yan Kuangsheng revealed a sneer. "If it were someone else's disciple, I could discuss it, but your disciple is out of the question." Bai Yiyuan said, "You're going too far. Does it matter whose disciple it is? Xiao Yu is also the top genius of his generation. Don't you want to know where his killing intent came from?" "It's none of my business." Yan Kuangsheng snorted coldly. To be honest, he was still a little curious. Level 39, where did such a strong killing intent come from? The killing intent has completely exceeded Lin Moyu's level. Bai Yiyuan didn't care what he said, and continued to speak.